This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Sonosi and D-Res studios of Arizona, was Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 2 real or fake? UFC Vegas 45, Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukaus recap, MMA news, 3 hours of show, phone calls with the MMA-Holes. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the MMA Holes Hour. We are an hour early today because we have a 3-hour show, and we figured, we've had complaints before of people on the East Coast like, you guys are too late. You're too late. Well, since we have a 3-hour show, we figured, hey, screw it. Let's go live early tonight, an hour earlier, because we have a lot of things to talk about. You have the UFC Vegas 45 situation that went down. Derrick Lewis with a massive finish over Chris Daukaus. And you have the controversial Jake Paul defeating Tyron Woodley. A lot of people are like, it's fake. It's real. Fixed. We're going to get to that. So I'm excited to hear what you guys think on the phone calls, but you're stuck listening to me. And Jesse will be joining us as well on these topics here. I mean, Tyron Woodley got memed up, massively memed up on Saturday night, and he's leaning completely into this as he goes on social media and he puts out a reward, a prize for the best meme, the best Tyron Woodley meme that you can throw out on the interwebs. He's literally giving you $5,000 to do this. So he must get paid pretty well on this. And I know a lot of the foil hat people out there are probably like, I told you. So we're going to dive into that whole situation with Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. Some MMA fans are just like, I'm cool. I don't need to talk about that. It's a circus. It's this, it's that. Well, we're going to do that after we do the recap of UFC Vegas 45. So what we're going to do is we're going to blast through the Vegas 45 card. We'll do a little, my quick thoughts, the aftermath as it sinks into my head leading up into that Derrick Lewis fight. Got my bookie bet, hit it. Thank God for Derrick Lewis, because honestly, we took some risky bets and it fell flat on the risky ones. Every once in a while, I got to take a gamble. But Derrick Lewis paid off, and then we came out plus on the MyBookie. And a big shout out to our sponsor, MyBookie.ag. Promo code MMA-HOLES for a 100% match on your first deposit. And Polymarket, we did not hit on the Polymarket, unfortunately, but they have a fun thing going on over there. Check it out in the description if you want to trade away. It's a different type of betting. You can check that out in our description down below. It's Polymarket. Yes. And let me just tell you about Polymarket for a second here. If you guys and gals go down in our description, well, if you sign up with the referral code MMA-HOLES, you get up to 100% reimbursement on your first day of trading. 100%. $100 reimbursement on your first day of trading on Polymarket. So get that $100. Yeah? Check it out. Link in the description. It's actually a lot of fun. You can watch the chart go up and down. And the people that bet on Jake Paul did well. Did mighty nice on that one. Shout out to Headrush as well. Headrush promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off the gear. If you'd like to get yourself some Headrush swag, check it out in the description down below and use our promo code for 20% off. Premium clothing, badass clothing. Be wonderful, wonderful with Head Rush. MysticRootsCBD.com, promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off the finest of CBD in all the land. MysticRootsCBD.com. Use that promo code MMA-HOLES. And ESPN Plus. You like to watch some fights? We got that link in the description for you. So use ESPN Plus to watch all the UFC fights, Contender Series, all that fun stuff over there. Down below. Just click the link. Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for hitting that like button. Smash it up on the MMA Holes Hour. Ariel's here. A lot of people are like, hey, Ariel, where were you today? Is this supposed to be the MMA Hour? Well, he couldn't make it because he had to be here tonight with the Christmas hat on. So, ho to Ariel HELWANI.
Wonderful.
We got the Glove Touch coming in.
Better than the schmo.
Oh, my God. Glove Touch is taking over the media game as he has been all over the interwebs. We got 3 hours of show, so who knows? Maybe in the tail end, we'll jump into some of those Glove Touch interviews. Kendall did a great interview, too. Dada 5000, there was a Glove Touch interview. Kendall did a nice interview with the CEO, I think it is, of BYB. Interesting stuff. She did a fantastic job dabbling into the lawsuit. Good questions, so we'll get into that as well. All right, touch them gloves. And thank you very much for the donation. Okay, let's start off with this, and then we're going to peek at Paul versus Woodley because I got a lot of things to talk about with that. A lot of people are saying it's fake, it's real, it's this, it's that. I'm going to be dabbling into that. Let me say hello to the chat first before we get into this UFC Vegas card. I love touching it. Tyron kisses the floor more than his wife's knees. 29 and Chandler. I can't wait to see the interviews. Jake might not fight an actual boxer, but people forgot that Jake is just a YouTuber. I have been dropping that point. Will you name Anik DC? It's so funny that you say that because I've been dropping this. People are saying wrestler, NBA player, not wrestler, well, grappler, MMA fighter, NBA player, MMA fighter. Where's the boxers? Where are the boxers? And I just respond, he's a YouTuber. I mean, if you want to go that route, these guys aren't boxers. Neither is Jake, but he's been training. He's been training, though, in boxing. He's still a fucking YouTuber. Like, let's be serious here. He must fight a boxer. Why? He's a YouTuber. This is not a kid that grew up in the boxing gyms. A lot of these boxers are in there like 16 years old, 15, 14 years old, running through, grinding in these freaking gyms. Jake Paul comes in. He needs to fight a boxer. Why? I got to ask Jesse on this. Do you think Jake Paul needs to fight a boxer?
If Jake Paul wants to be taken seriously as a boxer, yes.
If he wants to be taken seriously. Do you think... What do you think Jake is doing right now? Like, what do you think his main goal is?
To be a boxer.
Oh, that's his goal, to be a boxer? All right,
obviously, headlines and money, all that stuff. But I think he genuinely wants to be taken seriously as a boxer.
Yeah, he says that, okay? He says that. But in his heart of hearts, let's be honest here. He's not fighting boxers, right? So for him to say that and believe that, I don't buy into that. What I buy into Jake Paul is he's a fucking businessman. And he is lining up people in front of him that are beatable people, that are names, that he can get people talking. And he's gradually upping the ante with each fighter. So that's what I see with Jake Paul. To say he must fight a boxer to prove himself. He only fought, what? Nate, Tyron, and Ben Askren. Yeah, that's it. 3 guys. 4 fights, 3 guys. A lot of these boxers are boxing nobodies. They're technically boxers, but they're pretty much kids off the street when they're starting. Jake Paul's actually fighting guys that, compete at the highest of levels in their respective sports. It's genius. It really is. But we'll get into the whole. I mean, it's wild. Like, I mean, I don't understand how people can't at least give him the respect of putting this thing together in a way where it's got everyone talking. It's blowing up the interwebs. And then on top of it, the icing on the cake, as he's fucking these people up. A YouTuber, a Disney kid, while boxers were in the gym as children, training and jump roping, and getting their ass beat, sparring. This kid was making Disney videos. Disney videos. I mean, when you think about it like that, you got to be like, what? Now, we'll dabble into the whole fake thing because that is something that has exploded on the interwebs. And I noticed that Jake Paul put something on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. But he's probably catching some heat from the doubters out there. Okay. And he puts out 2 hours ago, hey, yo. Who else fucking hates Twitter? Why do you think he's putting that out there? I'm pretty sure he's putting that out there because, you know, all the people are yelling, fake, fake, fake. A lot of people coming out of the woodwork that want to fight him. By the way, Anderson Silva coming out as an early favorite if that thing puts together. Okay, muting my comments, cool. Was trying to help. What's going on in the chat? Did I miss something in the chat? He was born from the internet and has screw loose to be a savage. Perfect combo. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is. Jake is the snake robbing. Hello, Duval County. Hello, guys. Hello, chat. All right, so yeah, we're gonna jump into more of this Jake Paul situation because literally it's what everyone wants to be talking about, and I'm pretty sure a heavy part of this show is going to be spoken about this, especially when we open up the phone lines and everything. But let's start off, since we are an MMA channel, let's start off with the event that happened this weekend. We're gonna blast on through this shite, and then we will focus solely on Paul versus Woodley 2. Okay, so here's the card. It was 13 fights on this thing, and let's start with number 1. Now, we're not going to go crazy, into this thing. I'm going to pull out what, I recall from this. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and we move on. Jordan Levitt, by the way, with the triangular choke, winning us some money. This guy's fucking fun, man. He's so much fun. He's the flamboyant guy going out there that people are saying, hey, is he gay? What's going on, this guy? He's doing splits and like jazz hands and stuff like that. This kid is so much freaking fun to watch. Gets the win, first round once again. And at lightweight 155, he is going to ignite something in there that we really haven't seen. Another character thrown into the roster over there. So I'm really looking forward to Jordan's next fight. Got Chris Curtis in his corner. In fact, we got to get Jordan on the show because he's like this happy-go-lucky, flamboyant guy that could just happen to beat the shit out of everybody. It's pretty wild. So nice win by Jordan Levitt. Definitely have my eyes on that guy. Dontel Mays. Did you guys get to see Dontel Mays fight? Well, he got the knockout in the second round. But before that happened, we'll go over here. Drunk Savage was nice enough to throw it on the twits. And, yeah. First time ever. Got to see one of these penis bash. The penis bash move. The cup to the face. I mean... that legit happened. Now it looked like the ref was kind of warning him, like, bro, I mean, what are you doing? But I mean, is there anything in the books that you can't do something like that? I don't know. Little north-south position. Eat my freaking scrotum. BBC in the face. And he's looking up. He's like, what? What am I doing wrong, man? What move would you call this? And look at his face as he's looking up at the ref. He's like, what, man? What's the problem? What would you call this move in the chat? I would like to know some creative move names for this thing, but quite the penis to the head combination play. Oh, yes. Now you got a hard cup there. You got a gigantic guy on top of you. And he's just bashing into your face. Let's see. A hard teabagging. The Bolchinian. What the fuck, dive? The Breville brand is the top shelf. The bull drop. The face hump. JoJo wins. I would definitely call it the penis bash. See, right to the point, penis bash. Teabag from Helmas, the 69 submission. T for 2, gay.
Gay Lord.
Pow, 69. Don't fucking mute me ever. MMA ball. What is Kendall talking about? Is she talking to? I don't know what the hell's going on there. Do you have your chat on top chat, Kendall? You might have it on top chat. That might be why your comments are missing or something like that. That's a little strange. Let's see. Why Tyron's taking it to the ground. He got fired from MMA. The thumper, balls on the chin, crushed nuts, stanky ball sweat. So if you're just jumping in, the people are trying to name this move. This move right over here. Bang, bang, bang.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the UFC. Could you imagine it's your first time watching the UFC? And that's the move you walk into? Like your buddies are watching the fights. You're all gathered around. Everyone's drinking some brewskis, shooting the shit, talking some smack. Fight's on in the background, and that's going down. What would you name this move, Jess?
Let's see. Oh, we called it, what is it, the penis thrust or something like that yesterday? What did we call it? Not yesterday, Saturday night. We called it something. Something thrust.
The pelvic thrust?
The pelvic thrust.
Well, that's I mean the punishing the BBC from hell. I don't know. The BBC, I don't know. It's quite the move, though. The safest sex. The fuck face. Yeah, I immediately tried it on Jesse after the stream. I'm like, let's see if this thing works.
Yeah.
Let's try this move out. All right, so anyway, Dontel gets the win. Nice job in the second round. Pretty much punished Parisian. Parisian he got effed up in that fight. Let's see. Raquel Pennington with a pretty dominating performance on a Macy Chasson, who missed weight. Macy missed fucking weight and looked big and strong and slow as Raquel Pennington just took her out. Second round, the guillotine choke. And very nice job for Rocky. Rocky is going to be a gatekeeper. You know, it's just pretty wild how Rocky, picks off these young girls coming up. And then once she gets to the big dance, let's fall flat on her face. What do you think, Jess, though? I mean, maybe I'm being hard on Rocky. Rocky is only 33, right? I feel like
I look at her differently now ever since I heard her in her corner saying that she wanted to quit and her corner tried to push her to keep going. Ever since, I can't remember which fight that was. It
was Nunes.
Nunes, yeah, right. Ever since that fight, I don't know. I just look at her different now. I don't know why. Not like in a bad way, but like, I don't know. Like I doubt her now in weird ways.
Well, it feels like, the championship heart type thing.
Yeah.
I felt like that was always a problem. So at 145, here's the good news for Rocky, right? There's not many girls at 145, and Pennington has the name. So you have to think, couple of fights, bang, she's right back in the mix. And with Amanda Nunes showing that she is beatable, maybe, just maybe, Rocky can make another run. It's not impossible. When you look at this 12-8-0 record, you're like, wait, what? But yeah, I mean, think about it. There's not many girls at 145. So without the chicks to sit there and, hold a ranking position, Rocky can just kind of mosey her way back in there.
Yeah.
And with Nunes beatable, Jess, what do you think at a rematch? Do you think Rocky's look pretty good? Do you think she can actually pull something off against Nunes?
No. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Nunes lost, and yeah, it was a tough loss, and not very many people expected it, but let's not get crazy. Just because one person beat her doesn't mean everybody can.
Just like pump the brakes. Well, who knows? Maybe Pena gave everyone the secret sauce. All right, so or maybe the COVID situation, or maybe Amanda Nunes just don't have it anymore. Maybe she just she did give up in that fight. Charles Jourdain gets the job done. The decisione over Andre Ewell. Pretty good scrap between the boys. Ewell showed some toughness, but Jourdain showed a savage side as he was gritty, coming forward, just grinding on his mouthpiece and fucking shit up. Charles Jourdain is a very fun Canadian to watch, and we'll keep our eyeball out on him. Looking at Melissa Gatto versus Sajara Eubanks. This is your fight, Jess. Tell me about it.
I could give two shits about this fight, honestly. I remember when I first started calling it, I was like, okay, Eubanks is fighting. You know, sometimes they can get a little hyped up for her. And listen, there were moments in the fight that were actually really good. And it did end in a knockout. So you got to give them that. Like, but the whole time I was saying how I was not enjoying the fight. And I fully expected it to go a decision. And then they surprised me with the knockout. So, listen, I'm not like, not going to completely shit on them. But I could take it or leave it, honestly.
Well, what do you take from Gatto? I mean, think about it.
She's a tough chick, but listen,
she's undefeated. Well, 8-0-2.
Yeah, I mean, she could. How many fights has she had in the UFC? Is this her first one?
Gatto 2.
Two
right?
fights.
Yeah, 2
so
fights.
Yeah, she could be a very big prospect, you know, down the road. But we haven't seen enough of her yet, I think.
25 years of age, and she beats a girl in Sijara Eubanks, who is a very tough, manly chick. You know, I mean, let's be honest. I'm just being completely transparent here. I mean, Eubanks looks like a dude in there, right? She's like a strong.
You always think she looks like a dude.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, without being insensitive. I mean, she looks like a guy in there. She's like fighting a dude. You know, that's how strong and tough she is. But yeah, Gatto gets the job done and takes her out. Breaks her with the body kick over there. So a nice job by Gatto. Although I didn't see that fight. I'm interested to see
miss much.
What's next for her. How about Taffa? Comes in old fatty,
Loved
the
it.
first heavyweight to miss at heavyweight. He missed fucking weight at heavyweight, which is, I mean, if that's going to happen, you better get the damn win.
But people were saying that even if he didn't miss weight, he still was going to win.
Yeah, I picked him. But anyway, he got the knockout here. Now, I missed this knockout. Jesse, tell me something about this thing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. When I was calling, it was actually kind of funny. Like, we were laughing going into the fight, but especially since Taffa did miss weight. But I fully expected a first-round knockout. I mean, listen, with heavyweights, I mean, you can't really expect. You don't see very many fights that go the distance that are not worth the watch. So this was a good one. Yeah, it was awesome. I would suggest you go back and watch it.
Justin Taffa, there he is. I think he needed this one, right? Yeah, 2 fights in a row he lost. Before that, he beat Juan Adams. It was tough for me to pick him, but when I saw he missed weight at heavyweight, I'm like, all right, hold on a second. I mean, Juan Adams got cut by the UFC. Jorgen De Castro is another one. He's fighting in CES now. So he got bounced from the UFC. Felipe Vendera, like, I mean, he's taking these L's. He beats Juan Adams. So, I mean, he really need to get this job done. And against Hunsucker, he made a statement over there. So we'll see what's next. Hopefully he can make weight at heavyweight. Let's talk about Meerschaert. A lot of people, I even clipped this part, Jesse, during our live fight reaction. Meerschaert goes in there. He has a little bit of a trouble with Stoltzfus, who was coming off for 2 losses. But Meerschaert wraps him up at the very end, gets the submission, and does what he does best. I mean, this guy could be losing an entire fight and then submit you. He's just a tough dude. Everyone looks at the KHAMZAT fight and they say, oh my God, he's a shit fighter. Not really. It just goes to show you how good KHAMZAT is. I mean, middleweight has a guy here in Meerschaert that's always game. Stoltzfus had moments where it looked like he was going to swing it in his direction and keep the momentum going. Meerschaert took his soul, and I got to gloat very much so after that. So Meerschaert for the win. And he's not going anywhere. GM3. Let's see how many wins he's got now. He's got 3 in a row. So he loses to KHAMZAT. He loses to Ian Heinisch, who smuggled drugs in his buttocks. And now he rattled off 3 in a row from that. So a nice way to pick himself back up and bounce back. So we'll see what's next for Meerschaert. But a good win for the kid. You know? Not bad. Cubby Swanson. Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. Elkins literally got destroyed. Legit mangled in this fight. And thank God there was mercy. I think it was Herb Dean, right? Was it Herb Dean that stopped this? I can't remember who it was.
I believe it was, yes.
But showed mercy because, listen, the damage would literally die in there.
But isn't this the fight that you were like, oh, wait, no, it wasn't this one, was it?
No, I said they could have kept it going, but I wasn't like written. The fight, we'll get to that fight. But in this fight over here, listen, knowing and seeing the damage come back multiple times where it looked like he was on his death's door, like it looks like he was done, blood all over his face, getting mutilated, and somehow he gets these like crazy 3rd round wins, like just off of pure heart. In that first round, he gets dropped, and Cub was like toying with him at that. It was like a cat playing with its little a little rodent. I mean, Cub was just chilling in that first round as he took him out. But yeah, the ref came in and says, I saw enough. And I think it's fair because this he's taken way too much damage throughout his career, hence the tattoo. So I'm good with this one, even though you never know, man, with this kid. All right, we'll move into the one that I did. Oh, no, it's the next one. Hold on a second. So the submission over here, Gamrot. By the way, this kid from Poland, he's legit. He's a legit fighter over here. Gamrot. He gets a submission in the second round. He is now 19-1-0, who beat a game fighter. And here he is. Look at this. 3-fight win streak. He's collecting wins in a row. 2 of them are names. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
And the last one, Diego Ferreira. This guy's game, man. And I got to say this. Look out for Poland, man. You got another. Kevin from Chicago must be besides himself. And another 155er to look out for. So 155, that's deep. Even when you go out of the rankings, you got crazy shit going on. Without Khabib in the mix, I mean, there's a lot of crazy young talent. There's a lot of veterans in there that are studs. So 155 is just plain stacked. If you just jumping in, we will be getting into Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, talking about the rig situation, but we are covering the UFC first. And here we go, Jesse. Went on a little tangent with this one. But before I get to it,
super chat.
Mr. Mushroom Man.
This is the best community ever. Mushroom love, starstruck.
Raise your fists. Raise your fists.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm officially 180 pounds.
I keep telling him it could be muscle because he's been working out. He
It
went
could be
back
the
to
loads of
gym.
cookies that I've been putting in my face, too.
I don't think it is because you don't look different.
I've
So
increased the cookie consumption.
I think it's the increase in muscle. I think that's what it is.
180 pounds. I have never in my life hit 180. Ever.
You act like you're obese.
I feel obese. Listen, I was trotting around 155,
You don't
165.
look different.
Like, that was it. 155, fat's 165. And now...
It's
then
probably just muscle and he's
what is
making a
it?
big
No,
deal out of it.
it's cookies.
It's not cookies.
I've been eating so many fucking cookies lately. I got on the scale and I'm like, what the... 180? I could be fighting Izzy soon, for God's sakes. I'm 5'9". 5'9", man. What the hell is that? Just Ellie put the volume. Pandemic fat, yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's those 9-hour streams of me just sitting here like a fat lard. But yeah, 180. I've never in my life been 180. So I'm putting on that cookie weight. Maybe it's that dad bod I'm putting together. I don't know. I was shocked when I hit the scale today. Anyway, it has nothing to do with that donation. It just, for some reason, it jumped in my head.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Pulse!
Hey Moss and Jess, happy Kwanzaa. Did you guys happen to get the gifts yet? I think you both will really enjoy them. As promised last night on Not, I'm going to post the KO rehearsal video. But do I do it on the website or in the Discord? Can't wait to call.
We did get the gift. Thank you, Pulse, for the donation, and thank you for the gift. And if you guys want to send anything, you have limited time left. If you want to send something that we open up on our Christmas Eve stream, send it to the address down below. Expedite the shipping so we can get it on Friday, and we will open it live on air. But be careful, because I did that stream last night. Yes, the music fucked me up. We were playing Guardians of the Galaxy, and we were playing some copyrighted music. But the reason why I got banned all around, CBS Sports, for showing a little clip of Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. Blocked it everywhere. So be careful whatever you upload. I can't urge you enough. If you're uploading, like usually the UFC is the one that's, no, don't do that. But apparently boxing is doing that too. So be very careful. Let's see. Do I do it on the website or on the Discord? I would say Discord would probably be the best way to do it. Okay. Anyway, let's get into this fight. Oh, Nightbot's having his way with the people in the chat, having a little fun. So, yeah, Simone gets the win over Asunciao, and I truly believe that the ref jumped in there a smidge too quick. Jesse thought the opposite over there, thought it was a good stop, and that was like a 15, 20-minute conversation between the both of us in the chat and having a little fun. Listen, I'm not saying Simone would have lost that fight, but I felt that, Asunciao could have had a little extra... a little extra time there to let it play out. Regardless of the fact, Asunciao gets the loss, and Ricky Simone collects the W. And now Ricky looking like a solid son of a bitch. Ricky is 19-3-0 on a 4-fight win streak, charging up there. Ricky Simone, I guess you're going to have to take a look at this guy. Oh, we have a baby.
What are you doing?
Ellie is standing up in her
She
crib.
officially stood on her
How
own.
you think that she is doing a peekaboo now? What are you doing?
Are you standing? Good
I wish I could. Can you
job.
take a picture of this? This is funny. Put this on the website. She is giggling. She is so proud of herself for standing. She pulled herself up on the crib and she's standing there. She's like, "What's going on?" Ellie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did you get her?
Yeah.
Put it on the website.
Oh,
I'll
be
show the
careful.
people.
Be careful. Don't
I'll
fall.
show you a little behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, so Ellie's standing on the side. Ricky Martin didn't play. That's what I thought. Quiet as a church. T-Wood. Hold on a second. Only made sense. LOL. If it's rigged, why would Paul go and KO him 5? All right, we will get to the Paul-Woodley thing. I know you guys are fired up about it. We promise we're going to get to it, but we're trying to finish up this UFC card. Let me blast through the rest of this. So, Lemos gets a split decision over Angela Hill. I thought Hill won. Dana White thought Hill won. I think they gave her a secret bonus, too. Hill, when there's a split decision, loses every one of them. It's absolutely crazy. The luck that Angela Hill has. Very tight, close fight. But, you know, I think it could have slipped in her direction. Belal Muhammad dominates Wonderboy Thompson. And it looks like the baby's down. Down goes Ellie. Down goes Frazier. Ellie, you down? How you doing? Yeah. This kid's got some smile. So let's talk Belal. The reason why I got to talk about this Belal is he just completely mauls Wonderboy. Doesn't let Wonderboy get anything off on Saturday night in the co-main event. Stephen Thompson thankfully signed a contract extension for the UFC before this fight because, I mean, he got mauled. The UFC were like, nah, bro, go to Bellator or something. Belal drags him down over and over again. And, yeah, nice job. The interesting thing that comes out of this fight is... And I'm going to show you right now. By the way, we're going to open up some phone lines tonight. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Where are you, Belal? Belal Muhammad he's been posting this all over the place, and people are retweeting it. He is legit calling out KHAMZAT Chimaev. So now, let me just say this. And I see Leonard Hulbert says Belal is good, but a boring fighter. Yeah, he's not like one of my go-to guys to watch. But he's tough. He's very, very tough. I'll give him that. Calling out KHAMZAT Chimaev. Now, if he beats KHAMZAT Chimaev, if this fight gets put together and Belal takes KHAMZAT out, how could you not like Belal Muhammad? I mean, that is something special. I am not optimistic to that. I would definitely I'd be very, what's the word I'm looking for? I would be something. I'm just having a brain fart right now. Maybe because the kid's screaming in the background and, you know, a lot of things going on. But I would go Chimaev. Let me just say that. I would be going Chimaev for the win in this one. And who would you have in the chat? Does anyone think Belal beats him? I mean, he had a very impressive performance against Wonderboy, who's a pretty big welterweight, but a striker. You know, what do you guys think? Belal, KHAMZAT Chimaev, if that fight goes down, who would win the battle of the beards? Hard pressed. No, he doesn't beat him. Nobody else calling him out. Well, Leon, it looks like KHAMZAT has went into the Neil Magny direction. I don't know why I can't. Poor baby. How you doing, kiddo? Hi, you're so cute. If you weren't so cute, I'd be mad at you, but I can't be mad at you because you're such a cutie. I have this weird thing, like, for some reason, like the slightest noise or anything that it throws off my train of thought. Like I have to have be lasered focus with no distractions. But you make it challenging. You make it challenging, Ellie. Welcome, Ellie, to the show. What are you doing? The kid's the best. How could you hate on Ellie, you know? Anyway, what do you think, Jess, of this call out over your KHAMZAT Chimaev?
Finally. No, I'm just kidding. I like it. Listen, I think it's going to be an interesting fight, but Would I rather have seen, who was it that called Hamzat out just recently? Was it Neil?
Well, yeah, Neil Magny says he's not scared of him.
Yeah.
And Hamzat actually went on his Twitter. Let me see.
I think I would have rather see that.
You rather see Magny versus Hamzat?
Yeah, I would.
Let's see. Let's go to Khamzat Chimaev. Okay. There he is. How is Khamzat not verified, by the way? I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But he December 15th, so he hasn't really spoken on the Belal thing, really. He says, I say I want to fight everybody. It means everybody. I don't have to call every single fighter by their names. BMF belt is mine. UFC belt is mine too. I've heard there is going to be event 5 of Mars in Vegas. And I don't understand why I still don't have opponent. Khamzat Chimaev. So he wants opponent. Maybe the smoke is going to be in the direction of Belal Muhammad. You know what? At first I was rather seeing, I'd rather want to see Neil Magny versus Khamzat, but I think Belal is more interesting.
Nah.
I do. Because here's the thing. I kind of want Belal to lose. You know, I'm kind of rooting for Belal to lose. And I think both of these guys, I mean, Bilal's shown some grappling here. So it should be interesting. He's a strong, tough dude. You know, are they going to negate each other? Is he going to stay on the feet? Belal can throw hands. But I don't think he's on Khamzat's level, to be honest. I really don't. But credit to Belal for being a tough son of a bitch and saying, let's go for it. I like that. I got to be honest with you. This one makes sense. I did want to see Colby Covington. Doesn't look like that's going to fucking happen. So let's go Belal. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. So let me know what you'd rather see in the chat. Would you rather see Khamzat versus Neil or Khamzat versus Belal? Let me know.
Khamzat versus Neil. Message force listen to Mossing. Tep 2 joints. Brett Baratheon says Drunk Savage, what's up, dude? Kevin Holland versus The Wolf. This I love to see, says Leo. Uncle C says message rigor mortis. Guido says better than Magny. Brett Baratheon Sup Brother says Drunk Savage. Big Girls on Crisis. Khamzat versus Colby. Khamzat versus Belal says Kainoto. Neil for me says Sean Hart. Addy Ross says The Wolf eats at midnight. Frumshis says Holland, then Magny, then Muhammad for a title shot. 206 Stoner doesn't care. Matthew Forrest says I like turtles. Drunk Savage says Khamzat versus Kevin from Chicago. Manny C is Joe Mashin really the president? Auctioneer Jesse in the house. Chael hits women, says Ryan.
Yeah, that is a story.
I got it.
Chael Sonnen, he apparently took on 5 people or something like that, and he
He's
messed
a
up.
badass.
He messed up 3 of them. Like, it's a badass story. I'm curious. All right, let me tell you about what happened in the lobby. John Jones is coming after me, but let me tell you what happened. Here I am in the lobby. Some guy comes up to me.
No, he was banging on a hotel door.
And I was banging on a hotel door.
And then he got approached by a couple.
And I got approached by a couple.
Who called the police.
Who called the police.
After the assault.
So I proceeded to beat the living shit out of the entire hallway full of people. Took them all out kick-ass style. So once we get the full scoop on that. But
Jesse, I think your Chael Sonnen is probably your best impression. Out of all the impressions you do, Chael Sonnen is your best.
It's not an impression, Jesse. That's really Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
That's really him. Anyway, but you see he does this with his hands. He does the Trump thing.
But no, the voice. The way you got it like down pat. It's perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just be annoying. Try it.
No.
Give it a try. Just be annoying. Raise your voice up high.
Yeah.
And just be annoying. You're Chael. You're automatically Chael. And then people, for some reason, like this, and are riveted to his videos. Like people are just like, just gobbling that shit up. Whatever. Chael's a nice guy. I met him. Well, maybe he's not a nice guy. I don't know. He takes that always. Anyway, we have a goat milk winner. You guys want to know who that is? Jesse put together, and look at this. Jesse put together an entire list of our goat milk winners with some highlights over here. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to crown a champion. We're going to crown that champion tonight, Jess, on the MMA-Holes Live. They will get a customized belt, the 2021 King. Now, there's some honorable mentions here. I see Carper Tom, Jess, has multiple wins and back-to-back wins, which is very impressive. And the glove touch. Isn't that wild? Both of these guys back-to-back wins.
Well, they're not back-to-back. I did them by I did their names alphabetically.
Well, Carper. Well, actually, I think they both were back-to-back.
But Carper was back-to-back.
Yeah. Oh, Glove Touch wasn't?
I don't think Glove Touch was. But regardless, I just did anyone who had multiple wins got highlighted.
Jesse, let me just say something to you right now. The Hoppiest and Glove Touch were also back-to-back wins. Oh, no, you're wrong. I'm wrong. 21-24.
Tom.
Okay. But, it's the Hoppiest was.
Hoppiest, yeah.
Wow.
But not Glove Touch.
Okay, so I was wrong. It's not the Glove Touch. But still, Carper and the Hoppiest, back-to-back wins. That's pretty wild, man. How do you get back-to-back goat milk wins? It's not enough, though. So here's the honorable mentions over here. As, the Hoppiest did very well. Almost broke the top 3. But Glove Touch didn't make top 3 either, right? So it was Carper Tom. Let's scroll through.
Yeah.
The fuck? What am I doing? I gotta scroll this. Tap 867 over here with the 1405 points. He won UFC Vegas 22, UFC Vegas 37. And then Scrope Master, who happens to be the Fukin 2021 champ. The Scrope Master coming in with a whopping 1,630 points. You, my friend, are the champ. '22 will have a new season, so we've only had 2 champs. BLT, who made his name not Gary Banjo Sandwich, but he is the UK champ, and Scrope Master, I think, lives in the US. Scrope Master is now the champion, and what a fantastical job. I'm looking at this, so this is pretty wild. The people that won, so Carper Tom is the only one in the top crew that actually won on a pay-per-view. Something to look out for there. UFC 261, Carper Tom won with the 805 points. Everyone else that were like the top dogs over here were fight nights. And fight nights are the easier ones to win if you think about it, because there's less people playing. Like the pay-per-views is when everyone and their mother gets involved in. So that's interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. So if you're going to win next year on Goat Milk, make damn sure you make your picks during fight nights, because you have a better shot at getting that strap. Because those like afternoon fights and shit like that, when people don't care, take a night off. That's how you can slip in and grab the belt. But yeah, that's right. Scrope Master is our king, and Scrope Master will get one of these shiny belts, and it will be customized. So maybe I hope he gets Scrope Master on the belt, because I would love to have that belt made Scrope Master. So congratulations to the Scrope Master. Okay. And go over to the MMA-Holes.com if you want to join our Goat Milk Pick'em League. Go check it out over there. And let's go, baby. Win that belt. I don't think any other MMA show is doing this. Actually, I'm positive no MMA show is doing what we're doing. All right, let's get back over here. So Scrope Master's the win. Look at those nips. Whoa, Bilal's just moving around here. Look at him go, Belal. He's dancing. Okay, so you'd rather see Belal Muhammad versus Neil Magny.
That's right, Moss.
Okay.
I would.
Let's go to the main event. Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukaus. Make sure you hit the like button. Derrick Lewis becomes the man who has the most knockouts, not only in heavyweight history, but UFC history. This man, the Black Beast, takes out Chris Daukaus in the first round. For Rodney King, the Black Beast gets it done. Jess, what did you think about this fight?
I thought this fight was wonderful. I did say in the beginning, though, when Daukaus was walking out that he was going to beat him, and I'm so glad I changed my mind when I saw Lewis. There's something in Lewis's eyes, when he's walking out to the cage and he's just getting, there's just something about him that you just know. You're like, yeah, this guy's got it again.
Now, if you were making your picks, you would have picked Daukaus, huh? That's pretty wild.
No, I still would have picked Lewis. The only reason I said Daukaus was because when I saw him walk out. When he walked out, then it felt like Daukaus was ready, and he was, he's got this. But then when you see Lewis walk out, it trumps everything.
Well, we were saying this Saturday night, and Dana White made mention. He said, Derrick, stay ready. because God forbid something goes wrong with Gane versus Ngannou, and I'm knocking on wood, the unification of the belts. If something falls apart there, if one of those guys jumps out, Derrick Lewis is right back in the mix. Like, he can come in on short notice or some shit like that. I mean, it's pretty wild. So Derrick Lewis gets a fantastic win, throws his cup into the crowd. And how could you not be a fan of the Black Beast? How could you not? I mean, I love this guy, man. I've been a fan of this guy ever since we've been doing this show. I've always rooted hard for him, and it's just a pleasure to watch him win and just pummel fools. Now, Chris Daukaus, you do feel bad for because the guy is a cop. You know, this guy goes out there and, you know, he used to protect cities and shit. And the cop said, hey, listen, you could only do one job. You can't be bouncing back and forth. That's just, you know, that's not going to fly over here. So he's like, okay, I'm a full-time UFC fighter. And then collects a bunch of fists to the face. So the Black Beast, the king of the knockouts of the UFC, moves on. And the question now is, will he ever be a champ? Will Derrick Lewis ever have a belt over his shoulder? What do you think?
He doesn't want to fight 5-round fights, he said. So the answer to that would be no. If he wanted to, then yeah, easily.
Well, listen, he'll take 5-round fights, but he's going to want to finish them early. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, that's not how Derrick Lewis always works. Sometimes he likes to play pause in the first couple rounds and then go in for the knockout in the third.
He's been saying for the better part of his career that he doesn't want to fight 5-round fights, right? He's been saying basically he just wants to go in there, beat someone up, and get paid. He don't want to be getting laid on or anything like that. He just wants to get the job done, get the hell out, you know? Go to the after party or whatever. You know, that's he's always been saying that. But here's the deal. This fight on Saturday is a 5-round fight. And he took him out at 1. So even if he says he doesn't want to do 5-round fights, he's just going to have to get it done earlier. That's it. So Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, I'll ask you again. Will he ever be a champ?
And I don't think he wants it.
Okay, so Jesse says no. Chat room, what do you think? Can the Black Beast do it? Now, here's the problem with the Black Beast. He is 36. But at heavyweight, you can win belts at 41. I mean, heavyweight's it's weird. It's that weight class. As long as you have the power in your hands, you can win in your 40s. And look at Glover at light heavy. So you never know. Let's see what the chat thinks. Will Derrick Lewis, a simple yes or no?
D. Mula says, no, bruh, not now. Making magic, dropping the 1. Frumsha says he beats Ngannou in my opinion.
Oh, you beat him already.
Moss says he beat him already. Delton says, what do you think of Chael fight at the hotel? We'll get into that later. Kevin Lee says Ngannou's the best. Absolutely not. Yes. C. Never. Black Beast just wants those paychecks. No. Yes. Not right now. Beth Midler called the people of West Virginia poor and illiterate. Is that what you're trying to say? You spelled illiterate.
I think he's drunk, but it's okay.
Because that would be very illiterate of you to say, Manny C.
I think he's trying to say Bette Midler, too, instead of Beth.
Yes, maybe. Hi, Moss. It's T-Bird.
Hi.
Moss, I'm watching the new Spidey. Nice. Ngannou been on ice a while. I don't know. Hanging out in the cryo with Woodley. Cryo?
Well, listen. You know that Derrick Lewis is rooting hard for Francis Ngannou to win over Cyril Gane. Because let's be serious. Derrick's got to win over Francis. It was a terrible fight, but Francis showed a lot of respect for the power of the Black Beast. And unless, I mean, listen, his takedown defense has gotten tremendously better. Maybe Ngannou's going to shoot for some takedowns on Derrick. Maybe that's going to happen or something. But if they stand and bang, it's power on power. You know, and we saw what happened the first time. Derrick did win, technically. So if Ngannou is still the champ, you got to say, well, he's got a legit shot, Derrick. He's got a legit shot. Now, if Gane is the champ, I mean, Gane took his soul. He really did. Like, Gane really just it was not a good night for Derrick. So, never say never with the Black Beast. You know what I'm going to say, Jess?
What?
You ready for this? Hey, Mystic Moss here. I called Derrick Lewis fighting for a title. I called Derrick being like fighter of the year. Was it like 2 years ago, I think it was? Or was it 3 years ago? I think it was 3 years ago. I said that Derrick Lewis was going to fight Ngannou, and he was going to beat Ngannou. I'm going to make a bold prediction right now.
Okay.
The Black Beast will have gold. Mark my words. Before his career is done. Now, I can't say it's going to be next year because with COVID, I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. But let me just say this. Before the Black Beast is done, he will have gold. He will be a champion. And you could lock that shit up. You could lock it up, baby. Let's go. Timestamp that shit. It's back to Mystical Moss because there's a path. And the UFC really, really likes him. The UFC always puts him in situations where he's fighting for belts. You know? He's got the UFC backing him. He's got the pop in the hands. I'm going to say he's going to be a champion. And look, the wrestler that was in the division, Curtis Blades. What did Lewis do to him? So it's not like he's got to be really worried about these wrestlers. The only guy he's got to really worry for is Cyril Gane. Black Beast champion. Take that for what you will. All right, here we go. Now we're going to move into the controversy.
Before you do,
yes,
look at Ellie standing on the website.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at her. I'm like, what? Let's see. Look at Ellie standing.
It's pretty cute. It's the first time that she's been able to stand up in this thing. It's cute.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
She's onto it. Go, Ellie, go.
Oh.
Go, Ellie, go.
There she is. There's Ellie.
That's a
in the
smart
background.
Kid.
She looks like Gizmo. She looks like she should be saying bright light. We can't feed her after midnight. There she is. Look at Ellie. She's standing on her own. Pulled herself up. What a big girl. Look at that. Future champ right there. Future champ Ellie. Very nice. Okay, Derrick Lewis. We spoke about him. Now we move over to the boxing event, which everyone was going crazy for. I've watched this highlight over and over and over. I can't really show much of it. Maybe I'll show like a still frame or something, but I can't show it because they're all over the interwebs just pulling videos down and everything. So apparently you can't show this damn clip, which doesn't make any sense. But regardless of the fact, Tyron Woodley gets finished in the 6th round. And let me play something really quick here. You're going to get a kick out of this because I don't know if you heard this, Jess. You ready?
Okay.
You're going to love this. All right, hold on a second. So this was from our stream on Saturday night. We did a live fight reaction. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can blow me. Hold on a second. Let's go to the video. And you're going to be delighted when you hear this. Ready? Here we go. I should have had this queued up, but that would have been
too easy.
Too easy. Jake Paul. Okay, ready?
Israel.
Okay. Israel, is that your name?
Yeah?
Hey, Israel, welcome to the MMA-Holes. Who's winning, Jake Paul or Tyron Woodley?
Jake Paul!
Oh, my God! And how is Jake Paul going to win?
6th round TKO.
Oh, boy. Okay. Jake Paul by a 6th round TKO. He's calling the finish in the fucking 6th round, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Is this kid my mystical protege? Like, where did this kid come from?
Maybe this kid is actually behind the scenes.
Is he the one rigging the fight?
Where his father's making bets on a rigged fight.
This kid, now, maybe, who knows? Maybe he knows about the rigging. The conspiracy theorists in the chat, help me out on this.
Yeah?
Hey, Israel, welcome to the MMA-Holes. Who's winning, Jake Paul or Tyron Woodley?
Jake Paul!
Oh, my God! And how is Jake Paul going to win?
6th round TKO.
Oh, boy! And people are saying it's a TKO, so he's wrong. Listen, it's still a fucking knockout, okay? All right? In the 6th fucking round, you're going to fucking shit on a kid. The kid gets a pick right, you get it wrong, and what the fuck? You're salty? Okay.
Grown men.
Salty in the chat. All right, buddy. I'll take your word for it, okay? And you're staying up and watching the fights with your pop and mom? Who are you watching the fights with?
My cousins.
Your cousins. All right, well, tell your cousins I said hello, okay?
All right. I'll give you a shout-out. I'll give you a shout-out.
How old could this kid be?
He's so cute.
How old could this kid be,
I don't
right?
know. He sounds like he could be like 8, maybe 7 or 8.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
I'm your biggest subscriber.
All right. And he's our biggest subscriber. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
He's our biggest
I know
subscriber.
now.
All right, let's go, baby. And what was the name again? What was your name?
Israel.
Israel. Hey, how about this? How about if everyone in the chat says Israel's the best? All right. See, now I knew right off the bat that he got the pick on the head. So I made sure the whole chat room would light up and say Israel's the best, Jesse. Because I'm mystical. I predicted that this kid was going to be right. Hey, we're going to have everyone in the live chat say Israel is the best. How's that sound?
Really?
Yeah. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm
He's
going to
so
keep you on the
cute.
phone. I want you to look into the live chat, and the people are going to say Israel is the best. People from all over the world, 1,000 people. Let's go. I'm seeing it come in here. Israel, is he the best? Let's find out. Oh, my God. They're going crazy for you, Israel.
Really?
Yeah, the chat is going completely wild. You have taken over the internet. Look at that.
Let's go!
All right. Thanks for that.
You know he's a kid when he yells, "Let's go."
Israel is the best. There he is. The kid hit the freaking nail on the head. 6th round. And what happens? Jake Paul, yes, it wasn't a TKO because he did take his soul. Now, to the people in the chat that think that this was a fix, maybe you're right. Maybe you're correct. Because young Israel, he hits the nail on the head very confidently. There was no hesitation when he made his pick about this 6th-round finish. Maybe it's right. Now, Jess, what did you think? You've seen this over and over again, this highlight and the whole deal. I want to get your opinion before you get too tied up. But there's Connor in the background going crazy.
If you just grab our teaser on your side, that'd be great. What is my opinion on the Jake Paul-Woodley thing? Oh, I think it was a genuine knockout, man. Like, I know that some people were trying to throw rigged in there and all this shit, but you usually know, like, you can see when those kinds of things happen. And I mean, Woodley fell flat as a board, face first. Like, he just, I mean, there was just no argument that was a straight up knockout. And I didn't expect it, I can tell you that much. I genuinely thought Woodley was going to win the fight.
The fight was competitive. It was terrible. Let's be honest. It wasn't good. The fight was a lot of clinching up. I thought that Tyron Woodley was, in fact, winning the fight. I had it scored. Well, we missed the first round because of technical difficulties. But I had Paul 2nd and Woodley 3, 4, and 5. Now I'll show you the judges' scores. But this picture is circulating on the interwebs, and people were saying, "Well, it's definitely fixed because look at Tyron's mom, Jess. Like, this doesn't look like a woman that's upset about her son taking it out."
I've got something for you.
Well, I know where you're going to go, but what do you think about this picture?
She's always been this way, though. Anytime Woodley takes a loss, like, she gives all the respect to the other team. She keeps it fair, you know? Like, that's just what she does. She's not going to hold any animosity towards her son's opponents. Like, what does it do for her? And what does it do for him, you know? So I kind of get what she's doing. Maybe she's being a little obnoxious in this situation, but I mean, she probably is extremely uncomfortable. Her son, she's watched her son get knocked out. Like, you know, she's just trying to give her respect and move on. But maybe she should have been a little less obnoxious about it.
Look at Tyron's face. Look at mom's face. Look at Jake's face. Like, and he's like, even Jake is like looking at Tyron's like, come on, girls. Like, his mom is like in Tyron's ear. Like, look at Jake's mom, just like, yeah. And then, and Jake's like, oh my God, what's happening right now? And Tyron's like, oh my God, I hate my life. This is some picture. This is some freaking picture. Now, were you gonna go with the story of Tyron's mom when he got knocked out? The video that's circulating of how she freaked out.
Yeah, when someone said what happened in there.
Yeah.
And then she goes, he got knocked the fuck out. What you mean? What happened in there? She goes,
no, I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
I'm talking about the actual knockout.
Oh, no. I have a different video for you.
Okay, I saw that video. Yeah, I saw that one. All right, so Jesse's not. So there's a video circulating of when the knockout happens. Okay, Tyron gets face planted. It's Woodley's mother trying to get her ass in that ring. That's my baby. That's my baby. Like, panic in her voice, trying to get in there. Like, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, this bitch, she's not in on this. If Tyron, if this is all an act, she is not in on this. Now, when she got in the ring, I'm sure Tyron probably whispered over to her, hey, it's all right. I'm fine. We're getting paid. Let's get the hell out of here. And maybe mom turned into this, this yapping, screaming, crazy woman. But yeah, the video, go check it out for yourself. I don't have it queued up right now, but there is a video circulating of her trying to get in there. So that whole thing where mom is in on it and blah, blah, blah. Now, maybe maybe to the conspiracy people out there, maybe Tyron whispered in her ear when she got in the ring and said, hey, Ma, it's fake. And then her reaction is like, ah, ha, ha, yahoo! Maybe that's what happened. Who knows? But with my real eyes, in real time, watching it, the knockout, as for the knockout, completely legit. I mean, I slowed the video down, and if you slow it, you do see Jake's hand move the tell that everyone's talking about. I did see that. But if you put it in real time, that tell is not there anymore. It was Tyron flinching. Like his hand was up, blocking his face. It looked, when Jake was loading up, Tyron thought the shit was coming down low and went like this, and then it was night. So it wasn't like, oh shit, there's a signal, come and get it. It wasn't that. It was basically the signal, and then all of a sudden the arm went, and boom. Like it was arm down, boom. Like it was just like, it was such a smooth transaction that to set that up, it would legit be almost impossible.
People will look for anything.
People will look for anything, yes. People, and I said this on our gaming stream, people don't like him so much, or the fact that he won so much, that people are in denial. Now, I picked Tyron Woodley. We put money in 2 different websites on Tyron Woodley. Took a little gamble for it. Like, I mean, when you're betting on novelty, crazy fights like that, goofball fights, you don't know. It's literally a crapshoot. It's like, I mean, you got the unknown. Who knows in these circus fights? But people are so upset and jumping on the interweb saying this is all fucked up and set up. Now, the lead up to it, watching the actual fight before the knockout in real time and watching back some of the highlights, I kind of get it. It did feel like Jake was taking his foot off the gas. It seemed like he was letting Tyron have his moments. It seemed like Jake was getting tired. And I don't know, this whole thing, it was playing out really weird, the rematch. So 5 rounds in, we mentioned it during the live reaction, it just felt off. But maybe it fell off because the fight before it, we saw Serrano. What's her name? The co-main event girl?
Yeah.
Amanda Serrano, or
whatever her name is.
She actually is a legit boxer. So when you go from watching her hitting her opponent and her opponent tagging back, and these are actual real boxers, and then you go into 2 guys, it's a YouTuber and an MMA guy, and you're like, wait, something's off. No, they're just not boxers. You know, they're not. Jake he's very early in the game, and Tyron is in his second fucking fight. So in looking back, I don't think there was any tomfoolery there. You know, I don't think there was any of that stuff going on. Honestly, they're just not on the level of a real boxer. So you get to the knockout, and let me just show this over here. And I mean, the conspiracies and you know, one of the things in hindsight that I kept on going in my head was the Creed thing, and I started circulating all over the internet. You know, do you remember the Creed knockout with what the hell's his name? I always forget his name. Malcolm Jamal Warner. What? What's his name?
Regardless of what his name is. Wow.
I can't remember the actor in Creed. Where he actually got knocked out.
No.
I've shown you the video a million times.
I probably have seen it.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. I mean, similar. It is similar. So to the conspiracy people, here it is. You never saw this, huh? I know I've shown this to you, but all right. This over here. So this is what it's setting up for the movie.
Background watching.
All right, they're coming in, and what do you think?
Real?
Yeah, he literally took it. He took it on the chin, bang, for the movie. And I remember when it was from the first Creed movie. Now, I remember being in the theater when this scene happened, right? Not seeing that footage, and I remember the theater was quiet. Like, it legit felt like I was at a real sporting event. That first Creed movie, seeing in the theater, was bonkers. That shit happened in the movie, and we were all like, it looks so real because he really took that punch. Okay? That's why the scene paid off so well. He took that freaking punch. Now, what people are doing is people are putting the two together and saying, well, Michael B. Jordan. If Michael B. Jordan can take this thing, why can't Tyron? Now, what do you think, Jess, after seeing that fight? Now, what do you think?
Swear.
I got to play both sides.
No, there's no other sides. This is bullshit. You're talking about something that someone was willing to do to make a movie look real. I mean, come on. God, like, I don't even have an argument for it because it's so fucking stupid. Like, I don't even want to waste my time. I feel like I'm stooping by making an argument for this.
Now, we can't really, like, show.
And I'm all for rigged fights. But this was not rigged. Come on, guys.
That movie punch didn't look real to you? Really? Shit, man. When I saw that, it was like, wow, there's no way that guy didn't get hit. I think Boss is he trolling, or I can never tell with that guy. But so here's the Paul one. Now Paul hits him. I mean he cracks him like right on the button, and then Woodley goes down in a very dramatic way, face first into the mat. Okay. Now, first of all, I mean, anyone gets hit in that spot, and see, look at all the fucking sweat coming off this man's fucking head. Anyone gets hit in that freaking spot, you're going down. You're going night. And to face plants into the mat the way Woodley went into that mat, it's really tough for me to believe that this shit was staged. And if it was, it's one of the greatest stagings of all time. My man got smoked, and he made a mistake. He made a legit mistake, and he paid for it dearly. Now, the good news is he gets paid after the fight, and no one has to worry about it. But what do you think about this, Jess? I mean, you know, it can be done. You can take a dive. You know, it's boxing. Boxing's been corrupt.
That's that. No more. It was not a dive.
We live in a time. We live in a time where conspiracies are just plain cool. And anytime something happens in a big events, politics, sports, whatever's going on, there's always people that are going to be out there that are going to question, that are going to doubt, that are going to try to throw a monkey wrench in someone's success. Well, let me just say this. From my heart of hearts, after taking all the evidence, and I try to soak in what people are saying, you know, when people are throwing the conspiracies out there, I want to see the angle where they're going and say, in this situation, and watching it in real time and watching it back, I'm sorry, friends. Jake Paul caught Tyron Woodley. Caught him sleeping in a second and then made him sleep. Bless you. Well, you got to cover your mouth. Now we all have coronavirus. Jake Paul caught him, in my opinion. And that win, that finish, is going to be played over and over and over again. It's going to haunt Tyron Woodley's dreams. So let me know in the chat what you guys think of the Tyron Woodley situation. And let's be honest here. You have to give Jake respect. You have to. I am not saying he's an elite boxer, but these fights that they're putting together, he's fighting legitimate athletes, an NBA player, an MMA champion, another MMA champion in Ben Askren. I mean, you got guys, yes, they're not boxers. I get it. But you know what Jake is? He's not a boxer either. Or is he? He's a YouTuber. He's a Disney Channel kid who just got into the boxing game and can throw a punch, can take a punch, has cardio. Maybe, just maybe Jake Paul is a boxer. Let me know in the chat what you guys think.
Sean R says, no respect until he fights a boxer, not ex-fighters or celebs. I just want to see a real fight.
But that is a real fight, though. Jake Paul is a YouTuber. He's running around saying he's a boxer, but in fact, he's a YouTuber, right? So I don't understand why people are so hell-bent on watching him fight a boxer. Even Dana White's like, fight a boxer. You know why Dana White's saying that? Because Jake Paul's embarrassing his brand.
No,
he is.
Not.
He is. Because, not to me, as an MMA fan, no. But to the boxing fan, to the casuals, to Joe Schmo, we have our neighbor texting us. Do you think Jake Paul's legit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Those people out there that are not the biggest MMA fans.
I think he's a little bit of a casual fan, though. Like,
that's what I'm saying. The casual fan base is bigger than a hardcore fan base. Think about it. There's more casuals on this earth than hardcores. So what Jake Paul is doing is he's honing in on the people that aren't MMA fans, and he's fucking everything up. Dana White's trying to pull new fans into the sport. These people are coming in thinking that Jake Paul is just owning the MMA world. It's quite brilliant what Jake is doing. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what the guy's doing. Now, listen, I picked Tyron Woodley. I wanted to see Tyron Woodley win, but I said before the fight, if Jake wins, it's not necessarily a bad thing because the circus goes on. Now we're saying Anderson Silva, Tommy Fury. You got to throw that situation in the mix. People are saying fight a real boxer. A lot of arguing going out there, and it's interesting.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here comes Kainoto.
When Jake gifted Wood that watch, it came preset and showed 6:51 p.m. He got knocked out in the 6th round, 52 seconds. There was also a man in the 3rd row that flashed a light at the ref who in turn gestured to both fighters to start the knockout.
That's actually all true. Kainoto is 100% right. That is true. I said this on our, I've said this before on previous streams. The movie The Matrix ruined everything. It ruined everything because all of a sudden conspiracies went through the roof. Like everything is a fucking conspiracy. Yes, boxing is rigged. There's no doubt about it. And in the MMA world, we've seen some fights where you scratch your head, be like, hey, this could be something shady going on here. We're judging or whatever. Speaking of something shady, let me just put this out there, and I want to see what you guys think about this. And Kainoto, thank you for that donation. That's actually pretty hilarious. And we're going to open up phone lines, so hang in there, friends. Almost 300 people. Hit the like button. And listen, I'm Team Jake. I'm liking this stuff. It's cringy. I'm with you. But I'm kind of liking it. This I don't like. Here's the scorecards. Not one judge thought Woodley was winning. Now, I'm an MMA fan, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. But I have Woodley winning 3, 4, and 5. And like I said, the first round I didn't get a chance to really see because, of issues. But regardless of the fact, 3, 4, and 5, I'm pretty confident Woodley got those rounds. But you look at the judges here, 48 to 46, 49-46, 49-46, Jake Paul. Now, I know Jess was in there for this, but Jesse, what did you think about? Did you think that Tyron was winning the fight, or
Yes,
Jake was?
I did think Woodley. I did think Woodley was winning the fight.
You did.
I did, but I'm not surprised that they have it for Jake Paul.
Okay, and I'm not surprised either because honestly, it's the Jake Paul show. Showtime Boxing has legit been all Jake Paul all the time. Like that whole event was just carved out of Jake Paul's, presence.
I mean, if anything, this should be another prime example of why the knockout was not fake. I mean, the judges were gearing it up for Paul to win a decision just in case he couldn't knock out Woodley. Like,
well, yeah, but this is what I'm saying. This is why people are saying it's rigged. Think about it.
No, this is quite the opposite, actually.
Why?
Because if you think about it, the judges are, if it is rigged, let's say the whole fight is, catered to Jake Paul, then that means that the judges wanted to cater all of the rounds to Jake Paul because there was that possibility that he couldn't knock out Woodley.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Jess, you're...
So, no, you're saying that they're saying that the fight's rigged, the KO's rigged,
no,
right?
They're saying
just the fight.
The fight is rigged. Now, Here's something. Here's something you may be onto. Okay? If you want to put, all right, let's put those tinfoil hats back on. I don't understand. And I mean, these judges are everywhere here, right? I mean, let's see. The middle judge has 2 rounds for Woodley, round number 3 and 5. The first judge has Woodley. Oh, no, they have Woodley 3 and 5. Okay, so both judges had Woodley 3 and 5. Okay, so they're on the same page here. And the last judge had Woodley round 1. Every other round was Jake. Okay, so 2 of the judges were on the same page here. But regardless of the fact, all 3 of them were seeing it go in favor of Jake Paul. And 1 judge was only saying that Woodley won 1 round. Here's where you could start scratching your head with the scoring, right? Now, they had limited evidence to work with because... there was a lot of hugging. But I don't know. With my eyes, with Jesse's eyes, we were seeing Woodley winning this thing. Now, I want to know in the chat what you think when it came to the scores. Let's put aside the knockout. Who was actually winning that fight? And be honest. If you think Jake was winning, say Jake Paul. But let me know who was winning in the fight. We got a couple of donations before we get to your thoughts.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Had a random thought outside of this for a minute. If Eagle FC made 165 popular enough for the weight class, I thought to myself I can totally see people like Colby and Dustin Poirier making it. Thoughts?
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, it's not going into unless they go to Eagle FC. UFC's not doing it anytime soon. Thank you, Sonosi.
Super chat.
We got Niggabot.
Canelo will get slept by Jack Paul, mark my words.
Oh my God, Canelo will get slept by Jack Paul. Look at that. My God. All right, let's see what the chat says. Who is winning on the scorecards to you guys?
Delton says Jake's father was touching the staff member as women at the KO moment. Watch the video. Jake, but even the announcer said neither guy was doing enough to deserve winning any rounds. King of the Dead says they both looked horrible, but Tyron did a little more. Easier says Tyron was blasting Jake out of nowhere. Tyron gasses and then gets KO'd. Like, weird as fuck. Jake was more tired.
It did seem like Jake was more tired for sure. But here's the thing. Jake did make mention at the post-fight press conference. His corner keeps telling him, stop loading up on punches. And that's what he was doing throughout the fight. So he was loading up and he was kind of gassing himself out. And he got very lucky. Let's be honest. This punch probably does not land on an actual real boxer that's protecting himself, got crazy good head movement, the whole deal. You know, Tyron Woodley, he made a big mistake there. And Jake Paul loaded up on that punch, not being advised from his corner to do so. He just did that on his own and wound up putting Tyron's lights out. So it worked in that situation. In other situations, he's going to be loading up on punches, being blocked, missed, and by the time he gets to the latter rounds, he's going to be fucked. So that's, that was Jake's explanation. It kind of makes sense. But I got to be honest, the scores I disagree with. I do disagree with, but I disagree with a lot of boxing scores. So maybe it's just because I'm an MMA fan, in this world that's just not, it's not comprehending to me. But I did think Tyron won the fight. So let me just know in the chat, a T or a P, because I want to just separate all the opinions. I want to know, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on a second. I'll put a poll in there because I'm actually curious. Okay, who was winning on the score cards? Okay, I'll put who do you think? Do you think? Okay, I think this is a better way of doing it here, so we can get an accurate vote. Okay, so Paul or Woodley. Okay, so me and Jesse were thinking Woodley was winning. Now I'm going to ask the community. I'm actually curious what you guys think. All right, we're going to take some phone calls real soon. Thank you guys for the donations, and thank you for everyone hitting that fucking like button. Smash the like button, friends. Appreciate the support. We're trying to get to 200 likes. We believe we can make 200 likes tonight with your help. And a happy holidays to everyone jumping in. Really appreciate you guys coming in on this holiday week. We got Christmas coming up. We're real excited. Ellie's first Christmas. Ellie, you excited for Santa? You excited for a Santa Claus? Santa Claus? Look at that hair. Crazy girl. Wild girl. Look at your hair. You excited about Santa Claus? Yeah? So Merry Christmas to you guys in the chat. Really appreciate you guys hanging. All right, so far we got the poll in there. We're going to let it sit for a little while. 69% say Woodley was winning. Now, yes, this is an MMA channel, but we have to do, work with what we got here. My prediction, 1 round late, almost psychic. I just want to know if it was rigged. I told you T Wood was going. I'm going to say this, okay? If you want my honest opinion, yes, there are some fishy things that you can pull out. If you dig on any boxing fight for real, you can pull a lot of shit out. Boxing's that sport for some reason. There's so many angles where you can, jump in with conspiracies and everything like that. But my honest opinion, I'm going to say no. I don't think the fight was rigged. I'm entertaining what people are saying on the internet, but I'm just not quite buying it. I don't have the evidence. Now, I do have these scorecards here. It makes me scratch my head. But then again, I've been wrong on boxing scores before. But Jesse, I'm going to ask you now. Honest opinion. With the evidence that I presented to you, because I showed you the movie with the knockdown. I showed you the scorecards.
It is very possible that the fight as a whole may have been catered to Paul, but that knockout was not fixed.
Okay. So you have two hosts here saying the fight was not fixed. I'm looking in the chat, though, and I'm looking in our poll. And let's get your votes in because I'm going to take it down soon. 69% say that Woodley was winning on the scorecard. So if 69% of our community is saying that Woodley wins on the scorecard, they may be leaning towards fixed. It seems like, now I'm going to ask that next in the next poll, but just looking at their votes. Now, with that evidence, Jess. Yeah. Now, 70% saying that Tyron Woodley was winning on the scores. And then you look at these three judges and you see differently. Does that swing your opinion in any way?
Like I said, it is always possible that the fight was catered to Jake Paul, but there's nothing that it's impossible for us to make that assessment as audience members from another side of the screen. So I can't say yes, the fight was fixed.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take that poll down as I'm getting groped by my daughter.
Groped?
There you go. Yeah, she's groping me.
Do you know what groping is?
Yeah, this is groping.
That's not
I'm groping you. No, not sexual grope, Jesse. Just grope. Like if you grope something.
Grabbed?
Look, if you put grope, what's the definition of grope?
Pretty sure it's...
Read it.
Feel about or search blindly or uncertainly with the hands.
See? Yeah. Yeah, it's just feeling around. It's not like grabbing dick and balls and stuff like that. That's because you're dealing on the IP2 network. It's a whole different meaning over there. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna take this poll down. It seems like it's pretty much 69-31. So now I'm gonna put another poll in there, and then we're gonna go into phone lines. Okay? Thank you for joining in. Everyone, if you can, share this video. We have to get to the bottom of this. The two hosts say not fixed. We're going to poll the community and find out what you guys think, if it's fixed or not. And we're going to open up the phone lines so you can call up and let us know. We must get to the bottom on this Monday night. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley 2. Was the fight fixed? You have to call on whether you think it was or weren't. We got to get it going here. I'm going to open up this poll. Was Paul versus Woodley fixed? Okay, now here is the poll that we've all been waiting for. If you watch it on the replay, you're not going to jump in on this. Everyone that's here live during our shows, that hits the notification bell, that subscribe to the channel, you get to participate and partake in our Fukin polls. Let's drop it in the chat right now. Was Paul versus Woodley 2? Hold on. Make sure that's very important. 2 fixed. Okay, it's in the community. It's in there. So now we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to drop the poll in the chat. By the end of the show, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what Jesse says or Ellie says. You guys are the jury. You guys, the people, will get to the bottom of this. And now I tagged Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley on Twitter. I tagged both of them. And I need your help in the chat. I need you to go over to @the MMA-Holes on Twitter because we tagged both of them. They must see this. This tweet right over here was Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 2 rigged. This tweet right here, we need you guys to retweet this. Get it all over the interwebs because tonight we're going to get to the bottom of it. Tonight we're going to figure it out. The jury will speak. The show could be bigger if JBH had a better attitude. What the fuck? Like that's the fucking... That's very nice of you. You damn wolf pack gunner. You better watch out before the wolves gun you down. Jesse's got a great attitude. She just so happens to have a little person on her.
Yeah, sorry that I'm not at my prime for you, Wolfpack, because everything is for you.
She's female, for God's sakes. Give her a break. Anyway, okay. Let's get to the phone lines here. Get ready to call the show. We got Kainoto coming in. Feel free to keep donating if you want to support our product.
Kidding aside, I think Tyron was winning, but as we saw, the refs weren't gonna let him win anyway. The knockout was an accident and yeah, he got knocked the fuck out. It happens even in the WWE. Okay, performers really get hurt. This fight was 100% entertainment.
Okay. I appreciate your opinion. If you want to crowbar your opinions into the show, drop a donation. It supports us. It helps us. And you get your word heard no matter what. So if you can't get it on the phone lines, can't get it on the chat, not getting our attention, that's one way to do it. There's a link pinned in the live chat, Nightbot, description, Streamlabs, or Super Chat.
All right, I got to bounce. And Ellie's got to bounce. So have a good night, guys. I'm going to try and be back, but I probably won't this time.
All right. Well, we'll keep it. We'll keep the party going here, Jess. We'll keep it going. All right, here we go. Ladies and germs, you ready? You ready, friends? We're about to open up the phone lines. The number is 516. It's 522. It's 0267. When we come back from this song, we're going to take your calls. My name is Missy. What's your name, and how can I help you?
No, this is Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Allheart, a.k.a. Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Silver Carl.
How's it going, Silver Carl?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, my name's Casper, and I'm a goat.
Sean, how are you tonight?
Nice. Which one's heavy?
Yo, drunk, what's up?
Yeah, this is DIAZ. I have an addiction problem.
Okay, well, this is a real gamer.
Man, your voice sounds a lot faggier on the phone. Hey, it's MJ, the artist formerly known as Kevin Lee. How you doing? Hey, my name's Dan. I got a question.
Yo, Sanosi.
What's up, Sanosi?
What's up, you guys? It's Justin James.
Hey, guys, it's Kevin from Denver. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, hello, Mustafa.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, what's up? It's Pulse.
What's up, Pulse?
Hey, Pulse.
Clocks. Hey, it's good luck.
Alexander.
What am I, chopped liver?
We're celebrating.
Ole.
Yeah, baby.
617, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Michael Ansimo from Boston.
No way! Michael Anzalone, you just gave me butterflies when I heard your voice.
Michael, welcome to the show.
Huh?
It's the knitter.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hi, Jesse.
Hit the like button, you folks. This is the double champ. Yeah, I want to talk to you. I'm not big on talking about fighters that much, but...
This is Jeremiah.
Hey, it's Kevin from Chicago.
Nothing. Gotta talk about these fights real quick.
It's my kill. Jesus Christ. I'm over here trying to stay awake and shit. Jesus. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was doing it for you, huh?
Like, no one cares, Justin. Who the fuck's he talking about? Brooklyn Dodgers? Who the fuck them? I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah, he thought the Brooklyn Dodgers should be the ring girl of the year. All right,
that horse.
Okay, Crone, thank you.
Wait, he has stuff to talk about. He's making fun of Justin first. Don't hang up on him.
Hey.
Anything else?
Stay white.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, 516-522-0267. Get your votes in the live chat as we are trying to get to the bottom of this. Tonight on the MMA Holes, was the fight fixed? Paul versus Woodley Part 2 is what we're getting to. You have our opinions. We threw some facts out, and I gave you a little bit of both. If you disagree and you think it is fixed, at least you got to say, hey, listen, I threw out the scorecards. I showed you that movie, Creed. I showed you the knockout there, how there is a chance that things like that can happen, that you can cover up a knockout in a way that's not real. I threw those pieces of evidence out there for the people out there that think it's fixed. But in my heart of hearts, and I gave you my opinion, what I thought about it, now it's time to hear your opinion. I'm going to put the number right up here. 516-522-0267. We're going to try to get to all your calls. We have, we'll just put like an hour 30 here. Hour 30 left in the show. There we go. Put that on the clock just so I know. Okay, here we go. Google Voice. All right, the phone lines are open. If you're having problems getting through, if it's busy, just keep on trying. And I just want to know your opinions on that Paul fight. Let me know, because it's a hot topic right now. We need to figure it out. Now, 59% say no. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. I see 41% say yes, it's fixed at 113 votes. Now, everyone's not voting. We got 232 people in here. Get your votes in, because you can play a part in tonight's decision. We're going to find out for sure if it's fixed or if it's not fixed. Okay. There we go. Just getting some shit together here. There we go. Perfect. All right, Paul-Woodley, 2. Fixed or not fixed? Woodley's left hand was falling out of love with guarding.
Call from
Dr. C.
Manuel, welcome to the MMA Holes. Was Paul versus Woodley 2 fixed?
No.
No.
It's very simple. The answer is no.
Okay. All right. Let me know your reasoning for this.
Well, I mean, the fight was incredibly boring. I doubt they got together and said, hey, listen, let's make a really boring fight where people are completely losing interest in the fight. I literally was, playing on my phone while the fight was going on. It was so terrible. And then I'm going to hit you as hard as I can and knock you out or you face plant. I mean, if you're going to rig a fight, that's not how it would go.
Yeah, it seems like that's a pretty severe way to sell a rigged fight, right? A rigged fight, very easily you go to the judges and you call it a day, right? But we had an exclamation point on this fight where Jake Paul completely steals Tyron Woodley's soul, memes the hell out of him. If you're going to fake a fight, that's probably not the way you're going to go.
No, I mean, absolutely not. To literally get face planted. And Tyron Woodley, looks, is a meme. People are going to be laughing at him. I mean, you don't need to go to that extent. You can just fake a knockout. Hey, you punch me hard, I go down, and that's it, TKO or whatever. But to literally take a square shot, right in the face, no.
Okay, so you're saying no. All right, Manny C., thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
All right, later. Bye.
Okay, Manny C. getting his words in. 516-522-0267 is the number. We want to hear from the people. The votes are coming in our live chat. Now 60% saying that the fight was not fixed out of 132 votes. We need some more votes in there. We need your vote. So get it in. Judges could have been favoring Jake, says Josh.
Call from
Sonosi, welcome to the MMA Holes Live. Paul-Woodley 2. Was it real or fake?
Dude, it was real. I can say that it was probably in his favor, padded for him in case things went wrong, but I would not call it fake.
Okay, so the fix. So you're saying maybe the fix was partially in, but not the end of that fight shows that Jake clearly won, for real.
Correct. Okay. I mean, dude, you see it with some fights, like with a lot of fights with champions, you have to basically completely dominate in every aspect to win a decision. In a sense like that, and if you take the same mentality of it, that's basically what it was with Jake Paul. You have to basically knock him out or destroy him. And Woodley wasn't doing enough to destroy him.
Okay, there we go. All right, Sonosi, thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Yep, peace.
All right, so 2 people. Now I'm going to take a tally here. Hold on a second here. Let me write this down. I'm curious. So far, real. Oh, you would think I would have a pen that works around here.
Call from
Greg, female dog.
Hey, female dog, Gur, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing? Good. I said, how you doing? Good. How you doing? I'm doing good.
Good. Okay, well, real or fake? Paul-Woodley 2.
Real. Yeah. I would say it was definitely real. Like leading up to that little knockout, it was just really, really boring. My stream was lagging a little bit, so I just logged on to y'all as I was simultaneously watching it on my computer and stuff like that. I usually do that, so you feel me, each time somebody do a little, somebody punch somebody in the face real good, and you do that sometimes. I had something to look forward to, and it happened. You said, oh, and you and Jesse he said, oh, cool. One of y'all said some shit like that. I said, what happened? And I heard, you feel me, Tyron Woodley got knocked out. So I didn't see it myself. I actually heard you guys saying it. So
okay.
Yeah, that's when I saw it. I eventually saw it because my stream was lagging.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going to pay $60 for that. No.
Okay, so you weren't going to pay for that. You relied on our reaction. And from what you heard, female dog, you're saying fake, real.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought it was like an oversimplification when y'all said like your little reaction, but when I actually saw it, and that's when, like, you feel me, I looked at, like, on Instagram, like, a little bit after the fight, and I heard that like that thud when he hit him, and the sweat flying off his face, and his soul leaving his body. Yeah, that was actually pretty fucking real. And you got to look at the cut as well. So
yeah, that cut. He was saying it was like an elbow, the cut.
Yeah.
But regardless of the fact, he had a fight with blood trickling into his eye, and
Right.
okay, so you're saying real. We got 3 people saying real. Thank you, Female Dog.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I got the little tally above my head here. 3 people are saying real. 0 for the fake. 516-522-0267. All right, I got it above us right now. Real or fake? The phone lines. Right now, the poll is saying 61% real.
Call from
Eric.
Hey, Eric. Welcome to the MMA
How you
Holes.
doing?
Jake, I'm wonderful. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, the second match. Was it real or fake?
It's very real.
Real.
I mean, look what he did. Look what he did to Ben. Look what he did to the basketball players. Not a question. If you don't have power, the kid does have a good punch.
Okay. So the kid does have a good punch. I concur. I agree with that. Okay. That's pretty much it. Well, thank you very much for the call, my friend.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So now 4 people that have called in say that this fight was real. Where are my conspiracy people? Where are you at? At 516-522-0267. A $10 super chat.
Did you see the traditional Freemason handshake after Woodley received the Rolex in the ARIEL interview? And the apparent hand signal Jake gave Woodley to drop his hands before the KO? Set up
Okay,
100.
you're saying set up 100. Thank you for the $10. And I did see the watch. In fact, after that watch exchange happened, I felt I was all in with the bet already. I made the bets already, but I was bummed because I was like, shit. Because I just thought that was a good strategic move by Jake to get in his head. It looked like Tyron was going to start crying when he got that Rolex. So signals with the watch, it represented his time was up. That was representation of that. When it comes to the hand signal before the punch, I spoke about this earlier. Yes, he kind of flinched a little bit before he threw that punch, but it happened so quick. Like if you watch it in slow motion, you could say, oh, there's the signal. But if you watch it in real time, for Tyron to like drop his glove because of that, saying, oh, that's a signal, I must take this shot on my face right now. No, not so much. When Jake was loading up with that right hand, you can see Tyron was kind of flinching. It looked like he was flinching that Jake was going to go to the body or somewhere else besides the face. Tyron miscalculated, and Jake fucking loaded up and cracked him. So, like I said, I mean, my opinion is pretty much set in stone, but now we're trying to get to you guys because Timbo says it was fake. And you know what I'm going to do now? Since Timbo said it was fake with the donation, I'm going to collect that as a fake. Okay? So phone lines and donations will count him for that real or fake. All right, 516-522-0267. Let me know what you guys think. Keep on voting in the chat because I'm curious to see what you guys are voting here. 61% say no, it was not fixed.
Call from.
Easier.
To accept, press 1.
Did not get your name, but you're on the MMA Holes Live. And what do you think? Fixed or real? Paul versus Woodley 2.
What's up? No, I think it's real.
Okay.
Do you hear me okay?
I do, yes.
Okay. So like I was thinking about a couple things. So before the fight, Fury pulled out. Do you think that was because the numbers weren't trending? Or it was like a real injury?
So, yes, I went into the whole theory of the numbers probably weren't that great. I think there's multiple reasons. I don't know for sure what the reason is, but I do believe that it was something beyond Tommy getting hurt. I think it was maybe the family pressured him and said, hey, bro, if you lose this fight, you're going to embarrass the whole family. Or maybe the numbers weren't trending right. And, Showtime's like, listen, we're going to pull Tyron into this thing now. It's very possible those things could have happened.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Another thing.
Yeah.
Hold on. So another thing, I was thinking like, you know, like Tyron looked like he was doing pretty good. They were both gassed,
Mm-hmm.
and then it seemed like he just like walked into the pocket like real slow. So he started off most of the rounds like zipping in jabs and like, you know, like really like trying not to get hit, and he kind of like walked in there. Did you notice any of that?
I noticed a lot of sloppy shit going on in that fight. That fight was ugly. The first 5 rounds.
It could be just the conditioning.
Possibly, yeah, very possible.
Yeah.
I thought Jake looked pretty sloppy out there too, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See you.
Thanks for the call. Now, if you're leaving your message for your name, make it a little more understandable.
Call from
Tropic Tom.
To accept, press 1.
Tropic Tom, welcome to the MMA-Holes. Real or fake this fight?
Thank you. The punch was, I didn't get to watch it. You know how it is. I have to enjoy all the fights with you guys, which is wonderful.
Nice.
But I looked at some of the replays. The punch is 100% real, but I'm still not convinced that the fight wasn't like staged in a certain way.
Okay.
I mean, like in WWE.
Did we lose you? Oh, boy. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Well, I'm going to have to say it's fake, right? Because he did say that he thought the knockout was real, but the fight was fake. I don't know. We lost him. What do I count that as? You're going to have to call back so I can get an official. Like I want to know, is it real or fake, this fight? But he did have a split answer there, so I don't know if that's quite acceptable. Thank you, Tropic Tom. Try to call back over there at 516-522-0267.
Wonderful.
Here comes Kainoto.
Just read this slowly. Jake beat a retired midget basketball player. He beat a retired MMA fighter with a catcher's mitt face. He beat a recently retired MMA actor, and he beat some other bum whose name I can't even spell. Yeah, these are all real fights.
Okay, so that doesn't quite answer the question. Thank you for the donation. I see what you're saying there, but that doesn't answer our question. In this fight over here, was it fixed? Real or fake? Now, the matchup being fixed in favor of Jake Paul, that's a whole nother conversation. Opinion of people who didn't watch it live doesn't count. Well, here's the thing. They're basically on the internet. You can catch highlights to this thing where you can collect information and make your opinion. Now, I do believe you should watch the entire fight to give an honest opinion, so I'm with you on that. But you can go on the interweb. You can go on Twitter and just basically produce an opinion. I guarantee majority of these people saying fixed, a lot of them probably didn't watch the entire fight in real time. You know? But it's all good. It's all good. 516-522-0267, because the jury will get to the bottom of this. And right now, 62% of the people was Paul versus Woodley fixed. 62% are saying no. I agree. If you didn't watch the fight, your opinion is trash. And yeah, and that's how the internet works, right? A lot of the internet out there, a lot of the biggest opinions, a lot of the biggest trolling are people that don't even consume the content or all the information, right? That's just how this world works. In every aspect, for some freaking reason. The people that are most vocal, the people that have the biggest opinions and are against every situation usually don't have all the evidence. But, you know, it is what it is. It makes things interesting. 516-522-0267. I do notice that calls are coming in, but it looks like there's a big logjam. I see actually there are a lot of numbers trying to get through. So keep calling up. Eventually it's going to let you through. Wow. We need a better phone system. I'm going to go into the chat, see what you guys think until someone can slip through the cracks. It didn't look fixed in person. Okay, let's see who got this.
Call from
Post Reloaded, the voice of reason.
Hello, Mr. Voice of Reason. Welcome to the MMA-Holes. Fixed or real?
Hello, and Merry Christmas, Christmas.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Okay, yeah, that shit was fake.
Fake, okay? Now tell me why.
Oh, you don't remember I called in like 2 weeks ago and I told you about the story with Ben Askren saying that it was fake.
I do remember you calling in and Ben Askren saying, like, basically backpedaling on what he was saying before. Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, and I also said that if Tyron Woodley dropped Jake Paul in every round and didn't get the finish, that there was no way he could win a decision because these aren't real judges and it's a Jake Paul Crow promotion. So, and then you just showed on those scorecards there was no way they were going to have Tyron Woodley win.
Okay, and you know what? That argument is actually pretty good because honestly, like when I saw those scorecards, I was like, wait, what's going on? What's the deal here? Like that, but I am not a hardcore boxing fan, right? If it was MMA scoring, I could argue up and down. But when it comes to boxing scoring, apparently I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at. But when we polled the audience, our audience agreed that they were off. So to say that this is a little shady, these scores, makes you scratch your head. So you might have something.
I mean, it was only an 8-round fight. So there was the 6th round. There was only 2 rounds left. By everybody else's scorecards, you know what I'm saying, who was keeping score, Woodley was up. There was only 2 rounds left, so if that knockout hadn't happened, Tyron should have rightfully coasted to a decision, but as you're showing right now, judges in Florida weren't going to allow that to happen. Mm-hmm. But I want to say one more thing. The video you referenced where he gives him the Rolex, you got that wrong. If you look at the exact words that they spoke verbatim, he said, I'm giving him a Rolex. Ariel asked him, why are you giving him a Rolex? He said, because it's time. This time, I'm knocking him out. Referencing the watch, time. This is time. This time, I'm knocking him out. And Ariel winked at him, and he said, oh, okay, I got you. And if you look at Tyron's face during that exchange, it's the proof in the pudding. And this is the last thing I want to say. And I'm sorry Jesse's not here to hear this, and I guess Finosi must have tuned in late because he didn't see it. You just showed a video of an actual boxer. What's the guy's name? He last fought Usyk, who is currently the heavyweight champion of the world. British guy. He's the guy that knocked out Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
He took it. That's an actor taking a real punch from an actual boxer. So why wouldn't Tyron Woodley take a punch from a guy who was on High School Musical or whatever he's on?
Disney
Channel,
yes.
Explorer,
Close enough. Yeah, it's the same shit. Okay, listen, these are good points. I'm going to go with, I went my whole spiel in the beginning. I'm going to still stick with it, but I get it. I get why people are seeing the smoking gun in this situation. I understand what you're saying, but I still, to my heart of hearts, I truly do believe that he did make a critical mistake there. Now, what you mentioned about Tyron Woodley accepting the watch, I do remember how you're saying it. You're correct. And Tyron Woodley looked at Jake Paul almost like it looked like he was going to cry. And
he was sad because he knows this is what I'm reduced to. But you know what? I'm telling you, Chris, he's out there in LA now. All these influencers, this is how they live. Their whole world is fake. This is how he lives now. He's no longer a fighter.
Okay. All right. Good points there, Pulse. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Later.
All right. So what do you guys think about that? Okay. We showed the evidence earlier on, so if you want to go see that, jump back in the stream. The only reason why I don't keep on showing it is because if these fucking companies come in here and try to yank them things, at least we could just clip that part. I'm not going to clip the whole damn stream. But, yeah, go back in the stream. You'll see it. The Creed 1 knockout, we made a little reference that it was very similar, that you could plan something like that out. I'm trying to put the tinfoil hat on and jump on the ship. But the watch situation, and thank you, Poles, for clearing that up. When I watched it in real time, yes, it looked like Tyron Woodley was going to cry. Now I'm thinking to myself, maybe this man is just trying to get into that zone where he's going to beat your ass to Jake Paul, and he got pulled out because, listen, he got something super expensive as a gift. He felt emotional because no one's really done something like that for him. I don't know what it is. That's what I was thinking. But maybe, just maybe, Tyron Woodley was looking at this watch and was saying, damn, man, I'm like a prostitute. I just sold my fucking soul. I signed on the dotted line that I was going to drop in the 6th round, and he's giving me this fucking present. Oh, wait, let me get back into that trash talk. Maybe. Maybe. But I'm still not buying it. I see it. I hear it. I'm entertaining it. And maybe by the end of this stream, maybe, I will be on your side. But right now, the vote is 5 real, 2 fake. Whatever donation comes in, whatever phone call comes in, we'll count your score over here. But 5 real, 2 fake. Looking at the poll in the live chat, 211 votes. Was Paul versus Woodley 2 fixed? 64% of the community said no. And only 36% say yes, it was fixed. So right now, we're still in that level. Who knows? By the end of the show, perhaps we will think differently.
Ah, super chat.
I think the fight was originally fixed for a decision, but Jack Paul decided to knock Woodley out and go outside the plan. The judges were bought.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just take this Showtime. Oh, hold on. I lost this. I think the fight was originally fixed for a decision. Okay, but Jake Paul decided to knock Woodley out and go outside the plan. The judges were bought. Okay, so it looks like you're saying. So all right. I'll take that. I'll take that as fixed, right? I guess I'm going to take that as fixed. I guess. Let me just go with that. All right. So that puts on the score over here. Let me change it up now. Real or fake? I'm going to put 3 on the fake side. Okay.
Ah, super chat.
Whoa, we got a $20 super chat.
Showtime is a billion-dollar company with its own TV network and Showtime Sports, and Showtime Sports has sided with boxing goats like Mayweather. Now why would a company like that make a fake fight with a YouTuber?
And yes, well, the argument, and thank you for the $20 donation, man. That was extremely generous, and let's go, baby.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you doing? Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm with you on that. You know, the way the fight went down, how he got knocked out. Now, if it went to a decision, I feel like a lot more people have an angle here. But the way he got knocked out in that 6th round, it all went up in flames. The whole fake thing, I don't know. That it doesn't work. If this fight went to a decision and all the 3 judges thought Tyron took the L, now who knows? I mean, maybe the rest of the rounds, maybe Jake would have turned up and just made it clear that he won. But I was seeing Tyron cruising in this fight. In my humble opinion, I thought Tyron was doing a very good job. So it's interesting. Why would a company like Showtime entertain something like that? The argument would be money. Money talks. That's why. And let's be serious. When it comes to Showtime, does anyone have a Showtime subscription? I don't. Maybe some people do. I don't. I got ESPN Plus, and I enjoy my ESPN Plus package. But Showtime, I don't. I don't quite need it. Maybe Showtime's hurting a little bit. You know, they do have Showtime boxing. They put on events, but maybe they're not making the money that they were making. Maybe they had this, sell their soul to the Jake Paul devil. That's the other argument. We'll get back to the phone calls in 1 second, friends.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I see Kainoto back in.
Moss, the argument isn't whether it was a real KO or if Tyron made a mistake. Yes, he got slapped. The issue was if it was fixed, and after they announced that Jock would be joining AKA, I knew he was going to win. He's not going into MMA fresh off a loss.
Okay. All right. See, but he says yes, he'll definitely go into MMA, but not anytime soon. Like we're still playing this boxing game right now. I know Masvidal gave him the invite to come over to the UFC and blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's next. But it does look like he's avoiding like Anderson Silva. But I think right now, I mean, doesn't he have more fights in the Showtime contract? He's still got to fight some boxing, some more boxing, maybe one more fight. And I would imagine Showtime's going to try to extend it and keep him on the, keep the party going. So that whole MMA thing, that's a conversation down the road. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that.
Ah, super chat.
Brad Dummer.
Even if the sign and the setup was there, the knockout was real.
Okay. So there we go. Even if the sign and setup was there, the knockout was real. I'm with you. And it debunks everything. So even if it was going to go in the way to a fix on the scorecards, would Jake put him away? Why would Showtime not want money? Why would Hebrews turn down chunks of cash? Yeah, Thank you guys for the donations. Let's get back into the phone calls and keep on donating. Help us out. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. 516-522-0267 is the number. If you like what you're observing tonight, it's your first time on the MMA Holes live stream, hit the subscribe and the notification bell.
Call from NH. To accept.
NH, welcome to the MMA Holes live. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 2, fixed or a real fight?
Hello, Chris. I say the KO was real, definitely real.
Okay, so
like you said, those yeah, definitely real. You can't fake that. We know combat sports. Come on, that was yeah. I'm not saying he's the greatest boxer ever. No, definitely not. But that definitely was not a fake KO.
Okay, so you're going real for the win.
Yeah, real for the KO. But I'm like you with those scorecards. It's kind of fishy. Woodley to me was winning, but boxing is so wishy-washy, and like you said, Showtime, who knows what's going on. I'm a subscriber, so maybe they are losing subscribers, who knows. But I think KO was real, and I think the boxing part was fake. Because look at that's too far off.
Yeah, I mean, I said my piece about it, and it's a little weird. It does make you scratch your head, but Jake Paul got the job done in the 6th, so I feel like the argument's gone, you know. But of course, people are going to go into the whole knockout situation, and that was staged, and that's a whole nother conversation. But
if that was staged, that's very good acting, and I know he does acting, but he's not that good of an actor.
That's right.
Neither one of them are. Neither one. Why would you want to go down? I mean, that hard. If you wanted to fake it, really, you would not fake it that good. I mean, that we've all watched combat. We know how good knockouts are. You can't. We see bets off the campus, for God's sakes. Why would all the money in the world? I'm sure he wouldn't want the way what's going on now. I'm sorry.
Way. And now we're comparing him to Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan's actually a really good actor. So now Tyron Woodley is on the acting level of Michael B. Jordan. That's where we're going with this.
No, he's not. He went close.
Yes.
No way. But yeah, it was a boring fight. Yeah, very boring. Very boring. A lot of touchy-touchy. You know, it was like, whatever. Okay, but it's just too much reputation of boxing, and I just think, the boxing part was fake. But I'm sorry, there's no way. I saw that too, and man, the way he went down, that definitely wasn't a fake KO. He screwed up. Woodley had himself open. He didn't do it on purpose. I could tell that.
That's right. All right, Ann, I'm with you on that one, and I appreciate the call.
Have Merry Christmas, you guys.
Thank you, Ann. You too. You and Mike have a Merry Christmas. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There's Ann H., the knitter, the lovely knitter. And she's saying it's real. She's saying it's real. 516-522-0267.
Call from
Dick Winters.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, Dick Winters, welcome to the MMA Holes live stream. Was this fight real or fixed?
Well, all I have to say is fuck Tyron Woodley,
Oh.
Dana White's pissing in his fucking underwear, and Jake Paul shitting on the fucking game.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Moss.
Thank you,
Now I
Dick.
gotta go take a shit myself.
Okay, enjoy that shit. There we go. Dick Winters calling in. Wow, what a call. I don't think we found out if he thinks it's real or fake. I don't even know. But here's a picture. After landing the KO on Woodley, Jake Paul enters his after party. Oh my God.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. I don't know. I honestly don't even know what that means. But that popped up. That's a meme that popped up. Okay. 516-522-0267. Give us a call. Would love to talk to you guys tonight. 516-522-0267 is the number to call, and we need to know. We need to know from the people, was it fixed or real? Get to the bottom of this shit.
Call from
Billy.
To accept, press 1.
Billy from Chicago. Was the fight fixed, or was it a real fight?
Well, it depends what you mean by fixed. If you think that knockout was fixed, you're absolutely clueless, because this is the only problem with Jake Paul is he brings in those ticky-tacky, pretty boy clowns. You know the type. These dudes commenting on combat who should be commenting on pop culture, not combat sporting athletics. They have no right commenting on it. So, well, did you see the way they move their hand? It's absolutely insane and pathetic to hear these clowns commentating on something they know nothing about. But as far as the fixing, this is the point. As far as judging, of course, everyone knows the A-side fighter, the cash cow, is going to get the favorable scorecard. It happens in all walks of combat. There's a reason why Canelo Alvarez is always up on the scorecards, and it's not because he's the better boxer. It's because he's the cash cow. He lost to Triple G twice, but because he has the big buying market behind him, they gave him the judges. They gave him the nod. And this happens in the UFC as well. There's a reason why Conor McGregor got the nod over Nate Diaz, even in a really closely contested fight. That's the thing. But I got to say this. As far as the UFC, they got exposed bad. I mean, you think Tyron Woodley was champion not that long ago. What, 2 or 3 years ago? Not that long ago, he was the champion. People were saying, they're actually saying he was one of the best of all time. Remember that?
Yeah. Honestly, I got to be honest, I was on board with that too, because I thought Tyron Woodley, when he made his run, when he defended his belts, the guy was legit, but he got exposed. There's no doubt about it.
They were saying he was the best of all time. I don't know how many title defenses, but he was up there. And this YouTube kid, who's not a good boxer, I mean, you could tell the way he punches. It's not clean. It's not crisp. Like, it's very sloppy. And the way he went out there and knocked him out, he knocked out Darren Till. The people were hyping up. Tyron Woodley's been in there with some killers in the UFC realm, and this YouTuber goes out there and knocks him out. And it just really exposes the rudimentary striking in MMA. People say Usman, like, Usman's what a great striker. That dude is so robotic and stiff. If you put him in there with an elite boxer, he would get destroyed.
But Jake Paul,
boxer,
Jake Paul's not
15,
elite though.
Top 20, he gets destroyed.
Okay, but
that's my point.
Yeah, but back to Paul though. He's not elite. So where are we going with this? We're talking about Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, right? So where's Jake Paul stand as a boxer?
He's not good at all. He's a novice. He's a beginner. He's a very rookie prospect. And the fact that he went out there and knocked out a UFC champion that easily, brutally, it exposes the UFC for the subpar striking it is. Tyron Woodley went out there and starched dudes. He dropped Till. He knocked out Robbie Lawler. This dude is a brutal knockout artist, and it's just pathetic.
Okay,
and
Kevin.
People say,
so here's the thing, though. So you're kind of piggybacking what I said earlier, but here's the twist. I said that casual fans would jump on this whole thing about him exposing the UFC. Now, you're not a casual fan. You're a guy that watches the sport a lot. You know in your heart of hearts that MMA striking is not boxing. It's a whole different ballgame. It's completely different because in MMA you have to worry about kicks and knees and takedowns. There's so many things. So the striking is completely different over there. So for Jake Paul to take out a guy that's, way past his prime, a lot smaller than him, was a wrestler, and his striking was based off of that big overhand right, it plays right into the game plan of a guy like Jake Paul, right? So as a real MMA fan, it doesn't expose the UFC. Only to casuals it does.
It exposes the subpar striking aspect. No one's denying that they're very good athletes.
But what would let me ask you a question though. What would a boxer do in the MMA world? What would that striking do over there?
Oh, they would get taken down, no doubt about it.
Yeah, but even a head kick. Like, how are they going to, or kicks to the body or knees or elbows? How would a regular boxer defend?
No one's denying that. I'm talking about the striking in MMA. It sucks. very garbage strikers.
It's not
And this
true.
Is what I'm
How is
saying.
that? No,
This
no.
is what I'm saying.
They're
Hold on,
boxing.
hold on.
You're saying they're
Hold
not.
on, hold on.
You're saying striking. Striking and boxing are two different things, right? Striking.
I'm saying striking, period. Their striking sucks.
You
because
strike
they would
with
get
your
destroyed
knees,
by
you strike
kickboxers too.
Oh
They would get destroyed by kickboxers too.
Yeah.
Look it. I'm saying right now, Usman. People like to tout him as this good strike. Oh, his striking's improved so much. He's stiff as a board. It's robotic. He would get destroyed. People say his boxing.
Okay.
Like he's got good boxing.
I had to help him there. I think by hanging up helps him. I couldn't let him hang to dry like that. It was so tough to listen to. I don't think he's a dumb guy, but sometimes his ankles. Here's the deal. Jake Paul is embarrassing the UFC. That whole narrative caters to the casual fan. The fan that does not know much about MMA. The fan that just kind of tunes in on the big mega fights. Whoa, this YouTuber just beat an MMA guy, then beat another MMA guy. That MMA guy was a champion. He must be a legit. Striking and boxing, it's different. Boxing is the sweet science. It's with the hands. Striking, you're hitting with everything. To the MMA fan, we all know the deal. We understand what Jake Paul is doing. To the people have fucking sense in their head, right? We understand what Jake's doing. He's a businessman. He's picking guys that he could beat. And it looks great. And it's impressive. What Jake's doing is impressive. Don't get me wrong. But we are realistic to the fact of what Jake Paul is and what Jake Paul is doing. We understand this. And as he progresses, as 24 years old and he gets better and better, then we could start saying, hey, you know what? Put him against some real boxers. But right now, putting him against a real boxer kind of doesn't make sense. He's playing the game, and he's playing it well. And to the casual fan, he is tearing apart the UFC, making the UFC look like trash and shit. But to the real MMA fans out there, we know what Jake is doing. We're not threatened by Jake Paul's dominance over the UFC. We get it. Or do we? I fear for this world. 516-522-0267. So I didn't get, is he real or fake? I don't even know.
Call from
Joseph.
Hey, Joseph, real or fake? Paul versus Woodley 2.
Real.
Real, okay. And tell me why.
Real, because one thing I think, I do think that Tyron Woodley and him had something going, and he took the punch for real. So that was a real knockout. That's
Okay.
what I think. But another thing I also think is that guy before about UFC, their striking is garbage. Yeah, if you're talking about them going into kickboxing, of course kickboxer is better. Them going into boxing, of course a boxer is better. Them going into football, of course football players are better. So the guy is completely retarded. He doesn't know MMA.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that
welcome.
comment.
I feel like I needed to say that for anybody listening.
You're saving our sanity over here. I appreciate that.
But another thing that I think, this Jake Paul kid, all right, he's not great, but he's a real boxer. Because I've spoken to real boxers, and I've taken up boxing myself. No, the kid's not stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I think he's going to be calling out bigger names. It's just a matter of time when. Because think about it. Everybody who's in MMA or in boxing or in kickboxing, they go through the amateurs. They go through a circuit first. They build up their thing, and then they're on the main stage. This kid's got a bunch of followers, so he's using that as his main stage, but he's still building up his resume.
100%. 100%.
That's how. Well, Moss, thank you for the call.
All right. Have a good night, my friend. See? There we go. Some sense. Some common sense over here. We have to be realistic of the fact of what Jake Paul is doing. Now, he's only 24 years old. Technically, this is only his third actual fight, right? And he's 4 fights in, but he fought the same guy twice. And then the second time, he punches his lights out. So he defeated all 3 of his opponents. He finished all 3 of his opponents. But realistically, this is just the infancy stages of a kid that just picked up some boxing gloves and, I mean, is just giving it a go. He started with a YouTuber. Actually, what am I talking about here? He did beat a YouTuber first, right? Didn't he beat a YouTuber or some shit? Hold on. Let me look at this. Because I am not... Okay. Or was this an exhibition? No, this is a pro fight. All right, so how is this a pro fight? This kid doesn't even have a picture. So this kid like boxed once off of YouTube. So yeah, no one counts this kid because it's like a complete joke. Yeah, let's get this kid out of here. So technically, and I mean the boxer is ridiculous too, but they boxed and he's an actual legit athlete, right? Smaller guys that pretty much aren't boxers. And anyway, I mean Tyron Woodley had the best striking of the bunch, but let's be honest, is he a great boxer? No. Now, I did think with Tyron Woodley's power transferring over to boxing before this fight happened, before the first one happened, I honestly believed that Tyron had a good shot. And in the rematch, I thought he had a good shot as well. But Jake Paul is slowly proving to us that as he grows his skill set at 24 years of age, by the time the man is in his 30s, who knows? Maybe he will be a legit boxer. But what he's doing at this point, at this stage of the game, fooling people, surprising people, doing whatever he's doing all the right things. And the question is, what's next? What is next for the problem child? But tonight's question is, was it real or fixed, this fight? That's tonight's question. Let me look in that poll in the live chat. 288 votes. 63% are saying no, it was not fixed. So the tinfoil hats are crumbling tonight. Crumbling. That last caller said it was real, right? Did I put him in the box? I don't even fucking remember anymore. Help me out in the chat. Who's keeping count? Did I put his number in the box? I think that was number 8. I think that was 8. All right, call up 516-522-0267. Oh, Paul don't want that smoke. Oh, I did put it in?
Call from...
Let me know, Sonosi.
Brian.
Hey, Brian, welcome to the MMA-Holes Live. Paul versus Woodley 2. Was it real or was it fixed?
I think it was real.
Okay, going for real. Okay, yeah. And why do you think it was real?
Actually, I'm an MMA fan, but I'm kind of, in a way, digging this Jake Paul stuff. I think it's entertaining.
Yeah, because listen, as an MMA fan, I don't hate boxing, but there are times I'm bored out of my mind. And here comes, Jake Paul coming in here. He's fighting MMA guys that we know, and he's making it interesting. It's more of a show. It's a spectacle. So it makes it interesting for us MMA fans.
I was there in the beginning of McGregor and watched McGregor's climb to the top and watched his fall, of course. But, hey, McGregor is real. I think he's still a very good MMA fighter. I can't wait till he comes back. But let's see what Jake Paul does.
Absolutely. And you know what? People were saying McGregor had a fixed run up to the top. People were saying that Jose Aldo dove. The people were actually saying that Aldo took a dive, which was nuts.
No, I don't think Aldo took a dive.
No. And then the Cowboy Cerrone thing to follow that up when he came back and he defeated Cowboy Cerrone. Cowboy Cerrone took a dive. One of the toughest guys in MMA took a dive.
Well, look at who McGregor's lost to here recently. Poirier. Look at him, the top guy, almost. He just got beat, in his championship fight, but he's a top fighter. All these guys McGregor's fought top fighters. But what would be awesome is if McGregor does fight Jake Paul. That would be pretty awesome.
Now, as an MMA fan, would you want to see something like that? You're down with that? Because me personally, as a McGregor fan, I don't want to see it. I'm good. I fight everyone else, But leave McGregor out of it because I don't want to see McGregor get flatlined by Jake Paul. I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever loses is going to be done if that fight happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be such an L. Like it would be, and I don't think McGregor would ever take that fight against a bigger man, and there's no upside to it. Besides money, there's really no upside to fighting Jake Paul. You win, you beat a YouTube. What's that?
Did you see Masvidal's video about inviting him to come into MMA?
Yes, I did see that. That interests me.
That would be good.
Yes, but that's like fairy tale shit because Showtime's going to hold him. I mean, he's making so much with one aspect of combat. Why would he throw...
But think if that did happen where Dana White was like, all right, come on, you can fight Masvidal. Masvidal wouldn't take him down. That would be a stand-up. It'd be like a boxing match with MMA gloves.
I would like to think that, but Masvidal himself in the video said he was going to slam him.
He did say something about break your spinal cord or something along them lines.
Yeah, I think Masvidal, I think that would be, I mean, if you're an MMA fighter and he comes in your world, even Conor shoots for a double or, tries to get him down or whatever,
Yeah, any MMA guy would beat him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I think it's entertaining. I don't think it was fixed. I'm a T-Wood fan too, by the way.
Okay.
But that was a boring fight up till the knockout. I mean, you got to admit that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he set that punch up. I mean, Jake Paul, he may not be the best boxer, but the guy is a boxer. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's
there's no doubt.
Not at top form yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing more.
All right, you want to know what's in store for Jake Paul?
What's in store for him?
No, I'm saying you want to see what's in store for him. I mean, now your interest is peaked.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna keep fighting MMA guys. I can't see him. I don't know what would happen. I don't know much about that dude he was gonna fight, the Tyson Fury's brother. I don't know much about him.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently he probably would have took him. I don't know why that guy backed out of the fight, but I don't know. Maybe I think he should just keep fighting MMA guys. I think it's entertaining.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks for the call.
But
appreciate it.
Real boxers would probably get beat.
Yeah.
But,
well, yeah, that's probably. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's true. 516-522-0267. What do you guys think if Anderson Silva was going to be the next fight for Jake Paul in boxing? Who would win? The way Anderson's looked in boxing, he's looked fantastic. And he's big. He's older. But I have to go with the Spider. He's another guy. But imagine Jake Paul goes in there and he fucking flatlines Anderson Silva. I mean, now we're really going to take this hard as an MMA fan. We're going to really take this to heart. You take out the Spider, but Jake doesn't seem like he wants that smoke. Silva, is that even a question? It shouldn't be. I mean, Anderson should win that fight. He's looked very good. Anderson wins, Silva by KO. Anderson eats him up, Silva. And what Jake Paul said, too, is he's like, he's a legend. He's old. How would I look if I beat up an old man like that? Like he was kind of dancing around it. The businessman came out. But as an MMA fan, and here's the thing. If Jake's going to keep on calling it, and this is where we can all stick together. If Jake's going to call out MMA guys, let them get a little bit bigger rather than him fight all these smaller guys. Like, at least fight guys that are within, like Derek Brunson, for instance, who's not, he's kind of a sloppy guy in striking, but he's got power, Anderson Silva boxes, let's go, Fight, if you're going to fight MMA guys, at least fight guys around your size. I think that would be fair. I don't need him to fight a boxer. Because honestly, I feel if he fights a real boxer, he gets fucked up. I think he's got skill, but if he fights a legit boxer, he's talking Canelo Alvarez in a couple of years, like, pump the brakes, bro. I think he gets fucked up. So keep on fighting MMA guys, but have him get a little bit bigger. But I see a lot of people in the chat saying, or Vitor Belfort, what about that? That's right, Vitor Belfort. Now that's a problem. If you want to keep on fighting MMA guys, perhaps fight someone, same size. 516-522-0267. The poll has it 63% saying no, it was not fixed. 312 votes. I'm curious, as the callers and the donators are saying 8 real, 3 fake. Here's another donation coming in.
Wonderful.
From Mr. Reloaded.
One last point, after Askren got put out by Jorge, he said didn't remember being helped backstage, and he said his first memory was sitting in a hospital bed with his fam. Tyron was up and coherent talking to ARIEL within minutes of supposedly being slept.
Okay, so there we go. Pulse jumping in with some more conspiracies. Interesting stuff. 516-522-0267. Thank you for the donations tonight on the MMA-Holes Live.
Call from
Hans Gruber.
You made it, drunk. Welcome to the show.
Yo.
Okay. Now I know what side you're on.
First, what's that from? Hans Gruber. What movie is that from?
I don't know. MacGruber?
It's from the best Christmas movie ever, Die Hard.
Oh, shit. You know, I wanted to watch that with my family when they were here visiting for Thanksgiving, and we never pulled the trigger. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid.
Yeah, it's been a minute. They don't make them like that anymore.
No.
Yeah, so it was all work. And come on, you should know better by now with boxing, the most fucking corrupt sport ever. It was a work. I mean, I'm not saying the knockout wasn't real, but just because the knockout was real doesn't mean it wasn't all, they didn't talk about beforehand.
But think about this, though. This is what makes no sense. If Jake knew the fix was in, why would he flatline Woodley like that?
To make it look good. He probably threw him another couple 100 grams, like, yo, bro, I need this shit to make look good, to make myself legit. I gotta fucking knock you out. Come on, man. I'll get you another fucking bag. Let's do this shit. Get paid. You go your way. Right off into the sunset and shit.
Okay, so I put you in the fake side of things. Perhaps when he gave him the watch, that was a little extra saying, hey, I'm going to knock you out?
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I knew Woodley was not going to win that shit in any way, shape, or form. That was like a thank you to him, a nice retirement gift, like they do when you retire, when you work at a place for like 30 years. They give you the gold watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Got you pointed.
Also, did Woodley show the tattoo at all during all this? I didn't see it.
No, Ariel brought it up, and he showed Paul, and, it's funny because now I'm starting to think of all this shit like, hold on a second. We got a donation coming in. Hold this. Hold that thought, drunk.
Yep.
I despised this fake boxing shit at first, but I chilled and learned to embrace it. It's fun. Think of it as the 2 midget gladiators had put on a show before the real warriors come out. It's just entertainment.
There you
Only
go.
hard thing to deal with is the food.
There you go. Thank you, Kainoto. Appreciate that. With the $2 donation. So what I was thinking? The tattoo, when that was a weird. Did you watch the Ariel interview with them?
I didn't. I saw the where he gave him the watch. That's the only interview I saw with him.
Yeah. So I could go hard with this because if I jump completely on the side, what you guys are saying here, when he did show him the tattoo, he only showed Jake it and Ariel it. And there really wasn't much of a reaction. And Tyron's like, yeah, I put it in a place where, it would fade and blah, blah, blah. And Jake didn't, bust his chops about it. Ariel asked him what he thought, and Jake was like, no, he's a man of his word. He said it. Jake was weirdly cordial with Tyron during that exchange as well, which was a little major scratch your head. So who knows, man? I mean, you have some good things to work with if you do think that this was a rigged fight. There are a lot of things that you can throw out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, because Jake Paul, he's the fucking star in all this. People are saying, oh, why are they going to fix the fight for fucking YouTuber? Because he's going to bring in the fucking little casual fans who follow him on YouTube, TikTok, and whatnot. The younger fans. They need a fresh audience to fucking come in, dude. Boxing's fucking dying other than a few fucking big stars. And he can bring in, the new fresh crop of young fucking fans and shit. Mm-hmm. So that's why they want him to keep winning. Maybe the reason, what's his name, fucking Tommy pulled out because they came to him like, yo, we need you to fucking take a dive. We need Drake to fucking win this shit. And he was like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. So that's why they canceled the fight. We'll have to see if the fight gets rebooked or not to tell whether it was real shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Drunk, some good points there. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Hold on. I just gotta say the fucking
you let up on my man Ricky Simone. That fucking stoppage was legit.
Okay. Thank you. You said that in the night of, too? You made a little joke as well? Okay, thank you, Drunk. Appreciate it.
All right, better slap us.
Drunk Savage calling in. Okay. So he says it's fake as Fook. The argument for fake, I've entertained basically everything that the opposing team has said. And there's a mystical Moss side of me that loves to jump in that direction. If I feel it's worth it, I love to jump on that train. But in this situation, I just can't, because I'm pulling all the evidence from both sides. I can be a troll and argue the side of it being fake, but the knockout threw everything out the window. You know? It threw everything out the window. And if it was a calculated move by Jake Paul, the whole fight is fixed. Let me sleep this guy to make it look more real. It worked, because that's real. My man really got knocked out. Like, legit, like it looked like he made a mistake and got slept. So I got to still go in that situation. And right now, 8-4 over there with calls and donations. Also, the poll has it at 62% no. So interesting, Jess. What do you think about this? So we have some callers coming in. 8 people. You surprised about what?
I'm actually surprised. I thought a lot more people would think that it was fixed.
Well, yeah, the poll is completely lopsided, right? 62% to 38%. So it's interesting. All right, we'll get some more calls. Here's the number, 516-522-0267. Where do I put this thing? I want to put this thing somewhere. I'll put it maybe over here. It's all up in my grill. I'm just going to have it just fucking sit there. Something like that. Okay. So there's the number, 516-522-0267. Call in and let us know what you think. We have 32 minutes of show left. I'll put the clock over here so you know where we're at. 32 minutes of show left over here, so plenty of time, but still want to hear your calls on this situation. We've had some pretty good calls arguing the other side, the fake side. And, you're making some good arguments. I haven't bought in yet, but you're making some good arguments. I hear you. What's the chat saying, Jess?
Moss, you can't fake it and keep it that boring the whole fight. The crowd was looking very close to happen. They couldn't fix it.
Interesting.
Call from
B-Man.
Okay, here we go.
Press 1.
What's up, B-Man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Is it B-Man or D? Oh, it's B-Man. Okay, I thought you said D-Man. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing, man? I appreciate the show.
Wonderful.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I just wanted to vote for, what was I going to vote for? Oh, fake.
Okay, so you're going fake? Okay, tell me why.
I think there's just too much money in this to not be fixed.
Okay.
I actually think Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul had some negotiations in the back, probably. And they probably asked Tyron what he wanted to do, and they probably asked him if he was in or out. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens when there's a lot of money in sports.
Okay.
Are you stoned tonight,
You know what I
B-Man?
mean? What's that?
Are you stoned tonight?
I'm feeling good.
We can tell.
He's feeling good, man. Hey, listen, this guy gets me over the hump on Fuko Friday, so he's my boy. I hope he's feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't get my donation in yet today, but you know what I mean? I try to pitch in a little bit.
Yeah, you're the best, man. Appreciate it. Well, listen, all right, so you're saying fake. We're adding that to the list over there of fake. I mean, there's been some good argument about this thing being fake over here.
Yeah, and I hope they don't do a Silva fight or something, because I think that'd be kind of disrespectful to Anderson Silva, because he's a big legend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if somehow they make some backdoor agreement, or if Silva loses for some reason, they're going to give this kid too much respect, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? You think Silva would take a dive?
We know, with the non-casuals, we know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think Silva would take a dive, but you never know what would happen, you know what I mean? Because the kid does have some power, and I'm pretty sure he's on steroids big time, you know what I mean?
Whoa. Okay.
I mean, look at Logan Paul versus Mayweather. That kid was fucking jacked.
Yeah, Logan.
And he wasn't jacked. He wasn't that jacked before. He got jacked like in a month.
No, Logan always.
Those kids got some connections.
That kid was always shredded. Jake always looked like the Doughboy, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Although he was
shredded, but
yeah, now he's shredding up.
He was fucking big.
Yeah,
and he thought he was gonna get Mayweather with the size, but you know how that goes.
All right. Thanks, B-Man. Appreciate it.
All right, good talking to you guys.
Is B-Man calling in?
Gotta love B-Man.
516-522-0267. You think Jake's on steroids?
No, I think he's just a big kid, man.
Okay. Logan's shredded. Logan is a shredded dude. I wouldn't be surprised if that kid is on horse meat. That dude's a monster.
Call from
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. Welcome to the MMA-Holes. Real or fake with this fight?
Real.
Real, okay.
Yeah. I think everybody that thinks it's fake probably think the Earth is flat.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if they were really going to fake it, Showtime would probably end up finding out, and they'd both be going to jail. So.
Oof. Okay. All right. What do you think about that, Jesse?
Sure.
Do you think that everyone that thinks it's fake is a flat earther?
Sure.
Okay. You know what? There are a few
Not
that
impossible.
few line up with that, but they drag some of the round earthers in as well. Okay. So you think people are just looking for reasons to call this thing fake?
I think they are exactly that. Probably they don't want Jake to win, and they're trying to figure things out just to say it's fake.
Okay. All right, my man. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Fred.
All right. There we go. Thank you. So what do you think, chat? I mean, those harsh words. Are you guys flat earthers out there? I saw someone in the chat has put a lie detector to him. I have a feeling if we were able to hook up some of these people saying the fight's fake to a lie detector, I bet they'd fail. I bet they would fail. Do you think they believe
because
it?
they just want it to be fake so bad?
Yeah, I think people are stretching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's always fun being the other guy, because I've been that.
Exactly. It's the attention. I think people like the attention of being on the opposing side because everybody's talking about them.
Yeah, I mean,
those are what we like to call the narcissists.
Oh, wow, Jess. What? You just come back for 2 seconds and you're calling them narcissists now. Look at you. Welcome back, Jesse. Yeah, but I mean, think about it. You know, if we hooked all you guys up to a lie detector, you hooked me up, I honestly think it was real. I mean, I don't know. Like, when it ended like that, now, if it went to a decision, those scorecards are all fugazi. Yeah. But what about the idea that it was a fixed fight?
Yeah.
Jake comes to Tyron and says, listen, I'm gonna make it look a little more real before the fight happens. I'm gonna take you out. You think that's possible?
No.
No, you don't think it's possible?
Nah.
Or what about the fight's fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jake doesn't say anything to Tyron. He gave him the watch because he felt a little guilty. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna knock this guy out anyway. He did have on his mirror that he was gonna knock out Tyron Woodley in his home. His home, every day he would look in his bathroom mirror and see this note that they posted on social media. In fact, hold on, let me pull it up. I pull it. It's bad when I hit search. The first thing's Jake Paul. It looks like I'm a complete Jake Paul lover. Let's see. Where is it? Where was it? It's on his IG. I think it was on Instagram. See, this is how you know he has a team of people that puts things up on social media, because it's not like ours where we just have the same fucking shit over and over again. Jake Paul. Look at this note. Okay, ready? Here we go. Jess, can you read this note? Can you make this out?
I, Jake Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Tyron Woodley December 18th live on Showtime.
So that was a note that he put to himself. Is this more evidence that the fix was in?
I guess.
Very confident.
I guess.
Is this swaying you?
No.
Okay. I gotta play the other side. Still not enough evidence for me. Not enough evidence for the poll people. Not enough evidence for the people calling in as well.
Call from
Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
What's going on?
How you doing, buddy? Real or fake this fight?
Oh, was that rigged? No, it wasn't rigged.
All right, so you're going on the real team. What are your thoughts then?
I think he made a mistake. Faked the body shot, got the head shot.
Okay.
Cold cut comboed.
I'm with you. Me and Jesse, we agree. We concur. All right, my man. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I mean, at least he came out there and fought a good fight. But I want to see the Nate Diaz fight because Nate Diaz would light this boy up.
So you're saying make Nate? Well, Nate's under contract. I think he extended on the UFC. So
Anderson Silva would knock this guy out.
Okay. I think a lot of people agree with him.
Way, technically way more advanced. I don't think he would take this fight. If Anderson Silva said, I want to take this fight, I think that he would run away from it.
Okay. I concur. All right, my man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You too. See, look, it's realistic. Now it's 10.
Very nice.
10-5. You guys, the conspiracy people, the people that just disagree and say it's fixed and fake, are falling apart. You guys got to call in. You got 23 minutes to swing it. You have 23 minutes to swing the poll in the chat with 355 people that voted. 63% saying no. 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 See what else is going on in that chat.
McGregor would be sleeping against Jake. He said he don't know why he dropped his hand. Cayman Ryder says, you think if Woodley went 100%, Woodley would not be able to KO Jake Paul. He's one of the hardest hitters. John Wilberding says, it was awesome 2 joints. Sam says, Jake will duck legitimate boxers. Tim Butler says, Jake Paul should fight a real boxer. He thinks he's a boxer, then fight a damn boxer. Bands will make her dance. Zoman says, Taco.
Wonderful.
Here comes Vlad creeping in.
I've said it from the beginning about this Jake Kid Moss. This guy has dynamite in his hands. It's no coincidence that as soon as this modern-day Mike Tyson steps in the ring, bodies just start dropping. It's not just real. It's real.
How could you not be on board, thank you, Vlad, with the man that is creating all this hype? The man named Jake Paul who is sleeping fools left and right. Every opponent that he has faced, he's finished within this boxing world. And look at it. Just look at it, Jess. Check this out. Jake Paul's last 3 opponents. Ready? There's Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, Tyron Woodley. I mean, a murderer's row over here. And Jake just standing over him like White Tyson. Iron White Tyson, Jesse. I mean, maybe we should just give in to the fact that Jake is going to take over combat sports. Maybe this man will just light up the boxing world and run over to the MMA world and smash everyone in MMA over there as well.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Maybe he will just take over, do what Mike Tyson couldn't do, Possibly, Jesse. It's very possible. The man who had the note, the writing was on the wall, literally. Or on the mirror. Close enough to the wall, right?
Right.
Jake Paul. 516-522-0267. Get some calls in over here on the MMA-Holes Live. We do have news that I want to jump into as well, so maybe we'll take like 2 more calls. I see a bunch of people on the list over here, so try to get in and let us know, was it fixed or real? But I think the chat, the community, is favoring real tonight. Tyron deserves an Oscar, says Boars in the chat.
PTSD Shorts is 2 joints. Guido Nespido says, I just tell him to finish me then.
Call from
Tony Trill.
Tony Trill, welcome to the MMA-Holes live stream. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 2. Fixed, or was it a real deal?
Oh, that was real. Problem Child handled that.
Okay. He handled it,
Problem
right?
Child, man. It's Problem Child. Iron White Tyson.
That's right.
Titanium shin bone. Everything. You got all. But how are you guys? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are doing good. Appreciate y'all for the show. Really do.
Thank you, my friend. And we hope you're having a happy holidays as well.
For sure. I just wanted to ask, not to get off topic, because obviously we're all in the hype of the Jake Paul, and that knockout was clean and very big highlight. But I just wanted to ask, is there any particular fight or one thing you're looking forward to in 2022? Like any one fighter or one fight?
I'm looking forward to Sean O'Malley fighting a ranked guy. Jess, what about you?
True.
I'm looking forward to Israel Adesanya finally beating light heavyweight.
Ooh, that's interesting. So you think he goes back to light heavyweight?
Yeah, I think he's going to try. Yeah.
Really? By the end of 2022?
Yes. At some point in 2022, he's going to make the effort.
Wow. That's an interesting prediction. Okay.
That one. I could see him going back to light heavyweight, especially if, like, say, I don't know, like Yuri or someone beats Glover. But Glover's got that style that's just a matchup nightmare at light heavyweight. He's the best grappler, and he's got a chin, and he's got really good boxing.
All
yeah,
right.
Glover's going to be tough to beat.
Absolutely. What about if Glover? What if about Sean O'Malley versus Izzy fight, Jess, at the end of 2022? You think those two will scrap?
Stop it, Moss.
No.
Stop.
For the best striker in the
He's
UFC.
Sugar's about it. I don't know if Izzy, I think Izzy would pull up, but I think he has like second thoughts about it. He might have to make weight, you know.
That's right.
Not heavy enough. So.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
yeah.
just ask you guys on your thoughts on that. That's all.
All right, my man. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
You guys have a great one. Happy holidays.
You too. There we go. Look at that.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. And the MMA-Holes were singing. Happy holidays to
Wonderful.
D-Man.
Seriously, why would he not be on steroids? I mean, why not? Testosterone replacement therapy. Vitor would be good fight. Spider Silver would likely KO him, but come on, he should stoop so low for money. Paul is building promotion and cut Woodley in. Just money.
You know what D-Man says is not wrong. Why would he not be on steroids? It's true. They're not testing. These guys aren't getting piss tested. They said they were going to be testing, but Tyron has never admitted to any of these guys testing for anything. In fact, he was supposed to get piss tested before the piss test before his last fight, and mysteriously that never happened. So there could be some testosterone enhancements going on between the Paul brothers, because if you think about it, wouldn't you do it? Right? There's no USADA system in place. What do you think, Jess? Is he on steroids?
No, I said this already. No.
Okay.
Why are we revisiting this?
But why? No, why not? And like Drunk says, Woodley could be on steroids too. Very possible.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Why wouldn't you be
This
on
is like the most ridiculous
No,
conversation.
But hear me out. Why would you not be on steroids if it's not, you can get past it? You know?
It breaks down your body when you stop.
Nah, that's all right. He's Jake Paul. Look, his hairline's breaking down right in front of our very eyes. 516-522-0267. Thank you, D-Man, for the donation. I'd probably do it. If I was like if Mystic Moss at 44 years of age was like, let's go into boxing, I would jump right on steroids, Jess.
Yeah?
I mean, if they're not testing me, I'm 44 for God's sakes. Gotta fucking get up there, Hulk up. All right, we'll take one more call. 516-522-0267. And then I want to get into the news. It's been a pleasure speaking to all of you tonight. Beautiful souls. I think it's determined. 370 with the votes. No for the fight being fixed, 62%. 11-5, real or fake. We'll take one more call. I mean, you want to put the... let's see. Hold on.
Call from
Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. How you doing?
Hey, how we doing?
We're doing good, man. Welcome to the MMA-Holes Live. Is this fight fixed or real?
Between Jake Paul, I say it's real.
You say real? Okay. And why do you think that?
Well, he's been he's a Disney kid. He's a YouTuber, but he's been busting his ass between these boxing fights between the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wanted to prove that he could do this stuff for real.
Okay. There you go. Hey, listen, you're making good points there. I agree with everything you're saying. Now the question to you is, how you're so chill and relaxed? What are you, in bed just watching the show? What's going on? What are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm just watching y'all show because I'm a big fan for y'all.
Oh, I appreciate that. You sound like a very nice guy. Are you a nice guy? Would you consider yourself a nice
Or
guy?
are you faking it?
Yeah, is this fake or is this a real nice guy?
I'm a real nice guy. If you get to know me, oh yeah.
Okay. Do you do phone sex? It sounds like you're kind of like a phone sex type guy.
Oh, no. I'm only 17.
Oh, fucking A. You're 17. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to get arrested here. for gay pedophilia. 17 years old. You sound like doesn't he sound older than 17? Am I hearing things? Oh, fucking A.
Oh my God.
Someone immediately delete this segment. All right, 17 years old. How long have you been watching the MMA Holes?
About 2 years now.
2 years. Oh, okay. Very nice. And who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Ooh.
You can only pick one.
I say Khabib.
Khabib. Okay, look at that, Jess.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good pick. All right.
Yeah, Khabib.
All right, get out of here before they call the cops. They're all calling the cops on me right now. I got to get rid of you. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Keep your hard work up.
Oh, you just told me to keep it hard? What? All right, get out of here. Jesus Christ. What the fuck's going on here? 17? Did you think? I thought he was like some old guy.
Yeah, he sounds young.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's get out of this segment. All right, so far, listen. It's been addressed. We have neared the end of the show. 62% of the vote. I'll keep the poll up for the rest of the show. But, I mean, I think the question's answered. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the fight that happened on Saturday night between Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, the second attempt, all the evidence that I have taken throughout this entire show, the phone calls, the donations, the live chat, have agreed here that this was a real fight. It was a real knockout. Definitely was a real knockout because, honestly, that's the one thing that we almost all agree on. Now, when it comes to the judging and stuff like that, that's when it gets a little gray. Now, are some people out there that think that he did take a dive and knew that fight was that knockout was coming? The signaling of the hand and that whole spiel. But we did an entire show dedicated to this situation here, and all the evidence points in one direction. We're in agreement that's in that direction. So, Jake Paul, you, my friend, are not guilty. We're going to move over to the news now. We'll get to some stories and then wind it down here on the MMA Holes live stream. We're going to go to the news department. JBM has pulled some things from the interwebs. I'm going to put a couple of memes on here. And keep your comments in the chat going. Oh, my God. You ever see a dead body?
Chael Sonnen has been given 5 battery citations for an alleged Las Vegas hotel brawl, and John Jones reacted to it.
No memes?
Okay.
Yeah. Right. What the hell?
Okay.
Yeah, we show us some memes. All right, we're going to get to that Chael Sonnen story. What about this one over here? Here's Tyron Woodley doing his Michael Jackson. What do you think about that?
Very good.
Like that. What about this? Is that Voltron? What's going on? It's nice. And there's Tyron's mom. Okay, anyway, let's get into news. Sorry about that. I had to throw some memes in there. Beautiful. It's on the MMAHoles.com. Drop your memes. Sonosi put a little thread over here. All right, let's get to the MMA news. Where'd you put the news over here? Okay.
According to MMA Weekly, hold on one second. MMA legend Chael Sonnen was given 5 separate battery citations on Saturday, December 19th, 2021, after he was involved with an alleged brawl at a luxury Las Vegas hotel. TMZ was the first...
Jesse, I was framed in this situation, and I would like to say you're going to find out on my next YouTube video what really happened, okay?
TMZ was the first to report the news and have a video of Sonnen being led away in handcuffs. Law enforcement told the Outer that Sonnen was detained but not arrested because cops didn't personally witness the alleged incident. The battery charges are misdemeanors. According to TMZ, who spoke to witnesses, Sonnen was spotted banging on the door of a hotel room at the Four Seasons. From there, a couple walked by and a physical altercation broke out, of which the witness says Sonnen was easily handling the man. The woman began screaming and someone else called the police. Paramedics were at the scene, but it's unclear if they treated anyone. Sonnen's nemesis, John Jones, reacted to the arrest via his Twitter account on Sunday afternoon. Chael Sonnen, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate you getting battery charges against a female last night. That would make me like you, and I'm nothing like you. Instead, I will wish your family well. I wish the victim's family well. Jones is fresh off of his...
He kind of is doing it there, though, right? He's kind of sitting there and celebrating by putting this tweet out. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't wish the family well. He put this tweet out on purpose to make a point. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
there's no sincerity to
by
this.
him saying he's not going to sit here and celebrate him getting charges and then putting the tweet out. That's him sitting there and celebrating.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, and we retweeted it, the other tweet that he put out too. I want to get to that other tweet, but like, what are you, John? Put the phone down, bro. Get back to the damage control. You completely just stuck your thumb in your mouth, your Twitter thumb, your tweeting thumb in your mouth. What else did he post?
Jones is fresh off of his own Las Vegas hotel trouble, having just reached a plea in his domestic violence case, and he tweeted, "It's funny how the people who criticize and judge you have the most, judge you the most, have some of the nastiest things in their closet. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You'll get no stones from me. Good luck."
Yes, let's quote
but
religion.
He's casting stones right now.
He's casting. Like, John. Oh, God. Does he have a publicist? Does he have someone that clearly there's not someone in place to pull him in. Oh, my God, dude. We don't even know the full story. What happened with Chael?
So I have another one by MMA Fighting, and it says he allegedly battered 5 victims in the fight. They responded to the hotel and casino this past Saturday at 7:33 p.m. after a report of a fight and determined Sonnen had committed a misdemeanor battery against 5 separate victims. Sonnen was issued a battery citation for each individual victim, then escorted off the property. Due to the fact that the misdemeanors were committed outside of the police officer's presence, an arrest was not conducted. Bystander video obtained by TMZ showed a man appearing to be Sonnen being led down a hallway in handcuffs. Hatfield explained the arriving officers linked up with hotel security who were also responding to the incident. Sonnen did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The 3-time UFC title challenger and veteran commentator reportedly was seen banging on the door of a hotel room and then was involved in a physical altercation with a couple. Paramedics also responded to call, but no injuries were reported. Public records request for the police report on Sonnen's case is pending. Sonnen currently works as a commentator and analyst with ESPN and is a regular presence on UFC and Bellator broadcasts. All that stuff we already know. But yeah, that's as far as they go, I guess, because they couldn't get the arrest record this soon, and since he wasn't technically arrested, he was just detained. It's harder for them to get information, I guess, on the situation.
Yeah. You know, it's funny what Kainoto was saying in the chat with the kid holding a floating hand. It is a little weird, right? I noticed that too. Like, why is he holding a floating hand?
What?
Why is the kid holding a floating hand? A severed hand. Why does he have a severed hand in his hand? Anyone know in the chat? Good question.
Wonderful.
We'll get to the bottom of that.
Delete that segment, Moss. Fetus Yemelin & Co. is the best ever. Original Habib 3.0. Don't ever disrespect Nico Montano 2 man. She's a beast, the only one who could ever challenge Valentina. Chael didn't attack nobody, man. Moss versus Jake Paul for YouTuber.
I'm in. I got to juice up, though. I'm at 180 now, so Jess, we could probably get it going. We can make it go down. Chael Sonnen, the battery thing. What do you think? I mean, is this not bizarre? This is so...
We don't really know what happened. It's hard for us to make any assessment, any judgments or accusations against the guy.
Yes.
We have no clue what happened.
But Jess, here's what I'm saying here. This is so uncharacter. Why can't I talk? Like the last 30 minutes of the show, my brain has completely been fried. This is very uncharacteristic of Chael.
Yeah.
Like super not like him to do. And I've gotten into a lot of trouble in my day, right? Mm-hmm. Not to the point where I'm in a hotel hall room and I'm getting arrested in handcuffs with my shirt ripped off. Like, I've gotten into fights. I've gotten into bar fights. I've been into situations before where just fucked up things happen. To get arrested, not arrested, to get thrown in cuffs, right? Because he wasn't arrested, correct? He just had charges put on him?
He was detained. He was
detained.
Not arrested.
Okay, so to get detained with handcuffs on you for a situation, I mean, something had to go down, no? And if you're Chael Sonnen, if you're actually in the public eye, right, you could probably talk to these cops and be like, hey, I'm Chael Sonnen. Do you know who I am? And get out of this whole situation. Talk your way out of it. Right? So he must have been in the wrong, like doing something pretty fucked up or in a situation that was really fucked up,
I think he was probably provoked, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. You think he was tuned up, drunk?
I don't know what happened. I just think that, like you said, it's extremely uncharacteristic. And, I mean, what are the odds that someone sees a former UFC fighter out there, banging on a door of course, they're, why not provoke the situation and get a little attention off of it?
Why was he banging on the door?
I don't know.
And maybe the people passing were like, hey, bro, keep it down, man. People are trying to sleep.
I highly doubt that he would have just started swinging because someone told him to keep it down.
No, I'm saying, what was going on behind that door?
I don't know.
Who was in that door? See what I'm saying? Like, something's... Do you think Chael was like, Uncle Chael was a little coked up or something? Like, what's going on here?
Drunk, maybe?
It's a bizarre situation. And Chael Sonnen, too, like, we've never had any evidence of Chael being an alcoholic or any of that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
but we don't know his personal... Like, we don't know behind closed doors.
He keeps it wrapped up pretty well. But anything that we've seen, and I've met the guy, he's actually a really nice guy. Anything that we've seen in the public eye has been hidden. Like, there's no nasty side to Chael, really, besides what you see of him in a cage. So I'm curious, like, was he having a domestic dispute? Was he making a ton of noise where people like, shut the fuck up?
More information will be released on it
It's interesting.
in due time.
But, I mean, John Jones jumping on him and kicking him when he was down, it's just like, bro, this is not a hit and run with a lady. You don't know all the details, blah, blah, blah. But it is fascinating, the story itself, because this is very uncharacteristic of Chael Sonnen. So that's why I'm going to be glued to this situation. Let's see what the chat says on the Chael Sonnen saga.
Zoman Zombie says burnt his steak. Infinite says probably self-defense. Guido, what up, bro? Says Paul Fay. J Doe says Chael probably saved the world. Deadly Savage says what you guys think of Jake versus Silva. A lot of people want that to happen. Yeah, I don't have a story on it, but yeah, I've heard that they wanted to.
I would love for that to happen. But the downside as an MMA fan would be very brutal.
Yeah.
If Anderson gets flatlined by Jake Paul, that would be a tough pill. I don't mind Tyron getting knocked out, but Anderson, don't do that to Anderson. Like, that's the problem. Yes, if gun to the head, hey, would you want to see it? Yes, 100%. I would want to see that fight. I think that would be fun, but I don't like the downside if he loses. I don't think he will. Who would you have in that fight?
Probably Paul.
Over a Silva?
Yeah.
You are in the minority. Wow. Interesting. Wow, she's picking Jake. Well, if it's fixed, then it's a lock.
Let's see. Jake Paul putting all UFC fighters on notice. Sup, Paul. Chael probably not talking about it because of legal reasons. Board says don't want to see it. He has no chin. Two Joints says Moss end the show and let Jesse rely. Bro, Two Joints. You don't know me very well, Two Joints. I'm a powerhouse. I can do anything.
You want to take a nap?
No.
Oh, okay. Sleep stream? Oh, by the way, can you do me a favor, chat? We have 179 likes. I mean, we can hit 200 likes tonight. I mean, I think that's pretty possible. Everyone, if you haven't done so yet, hit the fucking like button. If you're having fun on a Monday night, hanging with the boys, the MMA-Holes.
My foot was a balloon.
No, Connor, we know your foot was a balloon. There we go. There we go. Thank you for the likes. Let's hit 200 and go into the next story. Appreciate the love from the community.
Derrick Lewis trashed Francis Ngannou, saying he's a dickhead.
Did he really?
Yeah. According
That's
to
funny.
MMA Mania, Derrick Lewis ended the UFC 2021 fight season right with a devastating knockout of Chris Daukaus in the first round after the UFC Vegas 45 main event last night, or on a Saturday night. Not only did Lewis get the win and a $50,000 performance bonus, he also clinched the record for most knockouts in UFC history. And as always, he's got some entertaining zingers off during the post-fight interview. Lewis said during the post-fight conference, quote, "That was for Rodney King. I'm fighting a police officer, man. Come on, man. That's the only time you get a chance to punch a police officer in the mouth and get away with it." And then he gets up and shakes your head. Shit, that was a great feeling, man. When asked about the upcoming UFC heavyweight unification bout between Francis Ngannou and Ciryl Gane, Lewis shrugged it off. He said, "I really don't care who wins. Ciryl, I guess, he's a good dude. He's a likable guy. I couldn't find anything wrong with him. Personality-wise, outside of fighting, he seemed like a pretty cool dude. And Ngannou, on the other hand, he can kiss my ass. He seems like a dickhead 24/7, so fuck him."
Wow.
Interestingly enough, earlier in the press conference, Dana White implied he might call up Lewis should COVID-19 restrictions kick back in and stop Gane from entering the United States. Lewis, who was clearly looking forward to a relaxed Christmas, took the news with a visible mix of excitement and horror. He said, "Keep my phone on? Oh shit. I guess we'll see. We'll see, man. I guess. Man, damn. I just told you I didn't want that 5 rounds.
Supper's ready.
But okay, we'll see. I want the money. Yeah, we'll see. I guess I'll be ready somewhat."
Okay, listen, I said before 2022, not 2022, I said Before Derrick Lewis retires, the prediction, he will be a champion. Maybe he'll be sooner. If he fights Ngannou again, I mean, listen, he won the first one. It was a shit fight, but he still won. I know you're a Francis gal, but what do you think? Francis 2.0 looks fantastic. So maybe this Francis just mauls Derrick Lewis. But what do you think, Jess? Who would win that fight?
Listen, I feel we didn't see enough of Francis Lewis to really make that determination. I'm always Team Francis. Francis is my boy, so I would have to go with Francis on this one. But Lewis is a beast. You know, he doesn't get his nickname from nowhere. So I don't know. I really don't know.
I would like to see Francis Ngannou fight Gane, especially after that Holloway incident. I would love to see that fight happen. I would love to see Francis win. It's not a layup. These two have trained before together, and Gane is very good. But I would love to see Francis win that fight. And then Lewis charging back in a rematch against Ngannou. Let's go. I'm willing to give it another shot. Yes, it sucked the first time, but I'm willing to give it another shot. And let me know in the chat what you guys think of the future of Derrick Lewis, the future of the heavyweight championship. And the time has expired, so I just want to roll through the stories real quick and then get the fook out of here. But what do we got here with Tyron?
Yeah, Woodley, he had a medical suspension after the knockout loss, which we all expected.
But it was fake, Jess. It's fixed.
So they just kind of go through explaining everything that happened, and then they say he got a medical suspension after that. So it's going to be a little bit before he can fight again, but in due time. We'll see him.
Time, okay. Mama Woodley?
Yeah, this one, I don't know if you saw it or not, but she went nuts on a fan who asked what went wrong. I'm not sure if you saw it.
I did see it,
TikTok
yeah.
video, so you are allowed to show it as long as there's no music in the background. But
probably, listen, she freaked out. Like, she was like, what'd you say?
Yeah, basically what happened.
I'll reenact it. You want me to reenact it?
No, the fan
What'd you say?
No, the fan said, what happened out there? And she walks up, she couldn't hear him. She goes, what? And he goes, what happened out there?
What happened?
And she said, what the fuck you think, motherfucker?
What the fuck you think happened?
What went wrong with you?
What went wrong with you, motherfucker?
And then security pried her away, and then they all...
She was cursing, too.
And he's like, I just asked a question. I was just asking a question. Like, it was like a whole thing. If you want to watch it, it's on the website.
Yeah, you don't have to. I gave it to you. But yeah, she was cursing at him and stuff. Real. She was defending her boy, man. Okay, what else?
According to MMA Mania, Jorge Masvidal responded to Jake Paul's call out and said, you can't afford me.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
That's definitely not true.
It's true.
Masvidal can't afford Jake Paul. But, I mean, whatever.
I don't know. Masvidal's so cringy now. He's become like this cool street Jesus guy. And then he made that video. You have it on the... Did you see the video?
Nah, the one that says fucking utterly
it looks
bored.
it looks like he's ISIS. You see that? Hold on.
Wait, is it a music video or?
No, I don't know what was he coked up or something?
Oh, it's just like a Twitter, like a.
Look at this.
Twitter
Hold
post.
on. Here's Jorge. I don't know what's going on here with Masvidal, but this is what he posted. Oh yeah, he's smoking. See, look at that. He's on the funny stuff.
Shout out to Frank Gore. Shout out to Tyron Woodley. The wins or losses, man. The dudes, his dogs, always with you, man. Frank Gore, you got a hell of a career in front of you, my brother. Now to address that little bitch, what's his face? That fucker. Listen.
So he's going to talk about Jake Paul. What's with the fucking air conditioner blasting in the background?
About that. It's so loud.
So fucking dumb. Listen, this guy he's legit to me one of the most annoying guys out there. It's just like I'm sorry, but
no, I don't mind him. I just think like turn off the fan, bro.
The whole shtick. I feel like the hat has fake hair under it. Like I feel like he's wearing like it just doesn't. Nothing feels real after he got his soul taken from Kamaru Usman. He had his moments, man. He had his rock star moments with Darren Till, the 3-piece in the soda, the whole deal. But that's when he peaked. It was just like, what the hell, man? I mean, come on. And with this fucking air conditioning blasting in the background. All right, what do you got to say?
Man, you can't fucking afford me. You understand? Me and all the names that you mentioned, you can't afford it. I know everybody what you pay. And you talk a big game, you say $50 million here, $100 million there. Bullshit. If that was the case, Mayweather would have took the fucking fight with your bitch ass. But he hasn't because you don't generate that type of revenue. You're giving out free tickets. You got street teams giving out free tickets, man. Who the fuck are you selling dreams to? You can't.
But here's the thing: the UFC does this exact same thing.
They give out free tickets.
Yeah. So when they don't sell the place out, they're legit giving tickets out. Every UFC does that too. I actually saw 196. Dana White went on the radio station and said, "Hey, we have extra tickets. I'm gonna just hit the fucking streets and give it out." And they literally gave out extra tickets, free tickets, during a UFC event. So I mean, they all do it. This is not like what I mean. Boxing does it all the time.
Afford me to come over. So let me tell you a little secret about me you didn't know. I fight for money or to fight the best in the world. You're neither. Do you understand? I know it hurts, but you're neither the best in the world or make me money. I'll tell you what. Come on over to UFC, sign a one-fight deal. Let Dana give you whatever.
You see what he's doing there?
I'll break your jaw in front of the whole world, man. I promise you that.
Yeah. So
If you
he's
want it,
saying,
come
hold
get
on.
it.
He's saying, come over to the UFC because he knows. He's making up all this stuff, all these excuses for why he's not fighting him in boxing, saying he doesn't have money and he's not big enough and all this shit. And then he follows it up with, come over to the UFC.
You know what? Let me tell you something, Jake Paul. You know what you gotta do? You know what you gotta do? I'll tell you what you gotta do. You gotta chop off both arms and 2 legs before you come fight me, because that's how you make the real money. If you want to fight Jorge Masvidal, you need to chop all your limbs off, and then let's see who's the real man. Is that what he was doing there, Jess?
I mean, it's clear like he's scared, and he's scared to fight Paul in boxing, as he should be. I mean, Paul has, proven himself here and there, but like
you need to pull your eyeballs out, shove it up your asshole, take your arm off, hit yourself over the head, and then we'll see if you could fight me.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have said come over to the UFC, because now it looks like he's scared. Like, oh, I only have a chance against you.
No,
in the
well,
UFC.
he can't. No, he can't. He can't get out of his contract. That's why. That's why he's saying that. Because let's be honest, he would fight him in boxing. There's no doubt about it.
No, he wouldn't.
You don't think? Wait, you don't think? Hold on a second.
He would not box him.
Jesse.
No,
Jess,
no.
This is where we're completely off. He was a street fighter. What are you kidding me?
He's not gonna box him.
He won't box Jess.
How many times do you need me to say it to you?
I could put a poll up right now, and you'll be in the 1%. You think he will not box Jake Paul?
I am perfectly okay with being in the 1%. That does not bother me.
You really believe that?
I don't think that he would box Jake Paul. No, I don't think he would do it.
Listen.
Self-preservation.
Okay, what do you think in the chat? Would Jorge Masvidal box Jake Paul if the opportunity arose? I mean, I think if he didn't have his UFC contract, I think it's a no-brainer. He would go in there and catch it. I mean, this man was all about the money, All about the money, money, money. What's that song?
We don't need your money.
We don't need your money? Okay.
Just want to make
all right, last words in the chat. That was the last story. We got to the bottom of the Jake Paul hold on a second. Hold a second. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. 200 likes. Let's go.
I got the goals. We hit the lock, goals. Lock it goals. Got the lock. Lock it goals. Slap the like button, it's time for likes. I slap the like button, we hit the goals. We hit the like goals.
Hit the like goals. Thank you so much for the likes. Oh my God. The fight was real. Sorry. The poll says it at 61%. I'm going to end it right now. 61%, 431 with the votes, say that the fight was legit. So, ladies and gentlemen, the discussion is over. We did a whole show talking about this Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley situation. And let's be serious here. We assessed the evidence. We polled the jury. And that's the result we got. We must move on now. We must move on to see what's next for Jake Paul and his opponents. Go to the Glove Touch. The Glove Touch's YouTube channel over there. 415 subscribers. Let's go.
Wonderful.
Go over to the Glove Touch. The Glove Touch's YouTube channel. He is dropping videos of BYB and some of the interviews that they did this weekend. I see here's the interview of Dada 5000. So go check it out. Jump in his comment section. Let him know what you think about his interviews. We do want to play him on air if he uploads the Kendall one. Kendall did a good one as well with the BYB gentleman. That was a good interview there. We want to play that on air as well. So one of these shows we'll be showing those interviews of BYB and the Glove Touch and Kendall's extravaganza this weekend. The Glove Touch's YouTube channel. Let's go, baby.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, is that your interview right there? Oh, okay, there it is. The first video. There it is. Okay. So, yeah, did a fantastic job. Jump in the comments section. Let them know what you thought of the interview and BYB. And that's that. We're going to see you on Wednesday night. Caleb Harris. Whoa! Caleb Harris will be on this Wednesday night talking about his bare knuckle main event fight coming up. Julian Lane, let me bang, bro. Something happened. And we'll get to the bottom of that. But we must go.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors, Headrush, Mystic Roots, CBD.com, MyBookie, and Polymarket. Promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products, as well as ESPN Plus. Link in the description if you want to watch all of your favorite live sports, UFC fight nights, and UFC pay-per-views. We will be live again on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.